and gentlemen, welcome to Intrepid Dawn. This is your host, the Alpaca, and today we'll be exploring the newest content in EVE Online, Abyssal Space. So without further ado, let's begin. Abyssal Deadspace are dangerous areas that can only be entered by a single ship after activating Abyssal Filament. And no other ship will be able to follow us while we're within this Abyssal Space. Capsuleers will have to rely on their wits and their resources to emerge and with spoils what's inside. Activating a filament, they're found in data sites. So we'll be searching for data sites today, looking to do a little bit of a tutorial on exploration, and we'll hopefully find some of these filaments and then use them to get pulled and drawn into the abyss. Once inside, the strange weather effects will affect various systems, both globally and localized. Strange gates can be seen some distance off, so that's what we have to look forward to. On top of that, we're also looking into the fact that there's only two ways of getting back out: either finding the origin gate, which is deep within abyssal space, or the destruction of our ship. So hopefully we can not only manage to escape, but we can escape with the loot that we have in there. So while we last streamed this, or streamed EVE Online, we were in, or we were doing the what was it, the last epic arc, is the player's epic arc. So since then, I've recently bought this Magnate. It's an Amarian frigate specialized in scanning down anomalies, and we will be using it to look for these data sites. Hey Shavain, hey Marius. So Tim has been working tirelessly on the on his new season of Stellaris. So unfortunately, he's asleep right now, and he will not be able to stream the episode tonight of that multiplayer Stellaris. So to not leave you guys hanging, I've volunteered to take over and give you guys a witness of this new event, or actually, no, sorry, a whole new expansion part of EVE Online, a new update of Abyssal Space. So it'll be very interesting since I have not yet been in there. I haven't been on the test servers, so this will be a first for me as well. So hopefully we can get some people in game joining us, and as well as getting some people on the chat, keeping us going. So right now, yes, I very much need a scanning buddy. So far I've been through 3 data sites. I have not found a single filament. A little worried that it might be a rare item. So the sooner you guys help me out here, might be able to find some filaments to get into Abyssal Space. So I'll give you a little breakdown of how I have my ship set up. So as I said, this is an Amarian frigate, and it's specifically designed, and here, show info. I've named it the Slave 1 because it kind of looks like Boba Fett's ship. Kind of. I mean, you have to stretch your imagination for that one, but it is there. It has the traits that it gives a 7.5% bonus to core and combat scanner probe strength per level of Amar frigate. It also gives me a roll bonus, which means this is applied no matter what, and there's no way of increasing it. +5 bonus to relic and data analyzer virus strength, which is what we're going to need to be able to scan or to get these data sites sorted out. Well, currently I'm in the Galante Federation there, Chavain. And the Ackland system. Um, Pull that up on the map. I am pretty much dead center of New East, just in every shore. Yeah, right in this dead end system. I've just kind of been jumping around looking for stuff. Please do. Oh yes, definitely. I will. I will invite you, or send me an invite actually to your fleet. Uh, I am using the character Tim Katarn, as we will be exploring abyssal space as Tim. So yes, where was I left? So yeah, we have both of those attributes on this frigate, which is going to help us out. I've also added in here a Tech 1 core probe launcher. So this is how we're going to search down for our sites. I've also put on a micro warp drive, so I'm quick. I get it around really nice and quick, and it brings me up to about 2,600 meters per second, which is a fair speed. Most things won't be able to hit me while I'm flying around. I got a dead analyzer and I got a relic analyzer, both Tech 1. They will allow me to hack the loot drops that are found in both data and relic sites. In my low slots, I've focused on things that increase my agility as well as my speed. So I have inertial stabilizers, 2 of them, and they increase my signature radius modifier and my inertia modifier. So I have a larger signature radius, which means I'm slightly easier to hit, but I have my inertia is lowered. It takes me less time to turn and to fly around, and as well as accelerate, which is really useful. The other item here, that's the nanofiber internal structure 1, and this also decreases my inertia but increases my velocity, so I move faster and I turn and accelerate and decelerate faster. I've also got, or it also decreases my hull hit points, but since I'm not really hoping to get hit by anything in this ship, it shouldn't be much of an issue. Now, I've also added in a bit of light drones, some acolytes or apocalypse, just to protect me if something happened to show up and wanna fight. And I've got 2 rigs. So those are implants that are built into your ship, and then when they're in your ship, they're permanent. The only way to remove them is to destroy them. So so they're small gravity capacitor upgrade 1. I have 2 of them. They increase my ship's scam probe strength, which is going to be very important since I don't have very many ranks in a Mar frigate. Actually, do I have? I have level 3. I'm currently training level 4. So I have 3 times 7.5% plus 20% based on the 2 rigs, 10% each. There. So it will hopefully will really allow me to find these data sites and actually trace them down and get everything. Now this entire ship, pretty much everything on it can be equipped by a very new player. This is very new player friendly. And let's get the I just noticed let's get some music playing. I think I have music already on, but let's increase the audio for the, if you guys can hear. There we go. Get some ambiance going on. Let me know in chat if the music is. Alright, so let's check in chat here. Let's see. Oh, Hades, hey, nice to see you. No, that's all right. Scuba diving. Wow. Okay. So, well, make sure you put some antibiotics on that. You don't want anything getting in there. Jack, hello, welcome. This is EVE Online. We're going to be doing a little tutorial on exploration, as well as trying to get into Abyssal Space. It's the newest content in EVE Online, and we are hoping to try it out. get a first-hand experience in this. So Stellaris tonight, I host the game, but Tim is obviously what you guys are watching now. Tim has been tirelessly working on his new Stellaris stream. This is the whole season for season 3 point whatever it is, for his single player campaign, and the cinematics and everything. It's been a lot, and he's been exhausted. So he is actually taking a nap tonight. We'll be redoing this or continuing the stream off tomorrow. So I volunteered to step in and expose everyone to this new content in EVE Online. Hopefully you all enjoy it. Maybe one or two people learn something, and we can all have fun. So I hope that's acceptable there, Jack. It does kind of look like a skull, but you know what? From front on, I mean, if you're looking at it front on, and then you kind of look at it side on, for me, it kind of looks like the Slave One, Jango Fett, Boba Fett's ship. You have to use your imagination, but it is there. It has the same kind of, like, if it's flying forward, it's got the if only if it had like the big circular disc at the back, or oval disc, but it looks close. I don't know, I'm thinking it. All right, please do, Shav. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's just send it in the fleet chat there so we can have a look at it. So, let's see. Where are we? Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. Let me just turn on this. Oh, remember to please like and subscribe, and join us in Discord too. I host a Saturday Mornings with the Alpaca every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are doing a Kerbal playthrough, career mode, and you can actually apply to have your own Kerbal made in-game to go on missions that you guys vote for. So join us this Saturday coming up. We'll be continuing that stream. There's a lot of new applicants in, which means we have lots of Kerbals to get in the game. It'll be a lot of fun. And also join us tomorrow to continue the Stellaris stream. But yeah. So getting back to EVE Online. So I will go over what Abyssal Space actually is, this new content. So Abyssal Space is a pocket of subspace that is entered in through a filament, and then these filaments are found in data sites. So that's why we're going to be looking at data sites. These pockets, there's about 3 of them. And 3 is a very interesting number with this Abyssal Space, since a lot of the new ships actually are based around the number 3. It's very interesting. Lots of little Easter eggs here and there that we have going forward. So in Abyssal Space, you have 3 of these pockets, each one connected through a gate. Now there are very interesting enemies there, an entire new race that we've yet to discover. We don't really know anything about them yet. I don't even know what the name is. Let me just check this out here. So we can actually look at their ships. They go to our ship planner, and we check out the there we go. This is the Triglavian Collective. Triglavian. So the Triglavian Collective. So we have a frigate, cruiser, and a battleship. The new ships. Now they're actually playable ships. You can buy or get them by building them from loot in the Abyssal Space. So let's take a look. So this is the Damavik. Looks really nice. See that? Like, that's a very sleek looking ship. And you can see right here, right? You got the 1, 2, 3 arms on it. And if I'm not mistaken, they actually expand out when in combat. They have a very unique weaponry too. The weaponry on these things are these little like spheres that kind of open up out of the top here. There's a little dorsal circular area, as well as on each of these 2 arms there's a circular area, and a little sphere pops out of the center of that, and that sphere kind of looks like the one that's sitting in their center. and it shoots out laser beams that increase in damage over time as long as you're attacking them. Very interesting new weaponry, um, and it really going to bring a whole new dynamic to PvP game because range control is huge. Making sure your targets are locked is huge. So that will really change the dynamic, and I am looking forward to that. So this is actually a really nice frigate. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting into it myself, checking it out. Let's take a look at some of the stats here. So we got gives a precursor frigate bonuses. So I'm guessing that's the skill. 5% bonus to light entropic disintegrators. That's the weapon per level, and optimal range per level 7.5%. And we got a roll bonus of 100% bonus to remote armor repair, which is this heals people. We also get a 50% bonus or reduced bonus to capacitor need, both smart bombs, remote armor repairers, and energy neutralizers. So those are vampiric modules that suck energy from other players' ship. Smart bombs are an explosive kind of an energy shockwave that emanates from your. Well, I've already gone over the armor repairer. So that is an interesting ship. It has combat and offensive roles as well as defensive and or not so much defensive, but I guess support role. That's very interesting. Let's take a look at the description here. We'll also pop up Chavane's ship. So let's see. We got a probe, one core probe launcher. We got relic dead analyzers. We got some upgrades for that. You know what? Yeah. I would say that this is a very well fit, easy fit for a new pilot. It has everything. I mean, in fact, you've actually got better scanning than I do. I can't fit the range mod finding arrays or the acquisition array. This is good, very good. Feel free to bring that. That's going to be a big help to us. So let's take a look at this. So a light craft that is evidently the collective's equivalent of a frigate. The Damavac has proven adaptable to capsuleer technology, along with the other Triglavian ship designs recovered from abyssal space. The Damavac is capable of mounting light entropic disintegrators and an array of support weapons such as energy neutralizers and pulse weapons. The ship also makes use of drones and a long-range remote armor repair capability. Very interesting. So let's take a look at the cruiser. So this is the new cruiser that they have, and you know you can definitely see the similarities to the frigate. It's just really a stretched out, larger version of it, and it looks sleek. Like that looks like it could act. Like the frigate looked like it was pretty hardy, but I'd say this guy looks like he's fast, almost like a sports car race or a hot rod of some sort. Very nice, very sleek. I also believe that these arms move as well. Kind of see the articulation connection point in the center there between the arms. So yeah, it's very interesting. Definitely would like to, can't wait to see these guys in. Let's take a look at the stats on this guy. So this is the Vedmak. That's the. So it has rolls for damage and tracking speed for heavy entropic disintegrator. It has the same roll bonus, so it just fits a larger ship class, but it's pretty much the identical. Let's see, check fitting wise. So we got 4 highs, 4 mediums, 6 lows. So that is interesting. It has a lot of armor focused, because you want to put your armor tanking abilities in your low slots. If it had more mid slots, I would say that it was more of a shield tanker. But that's interesting. That is interesting. And lastly, we have the battleship, the Leshak. Now this one is, again, it holds the same design. It looks like it's got teeth right in the front, those 2 triangles kind of pointing in, almost like it's like a jaguar or a panther. You know, with those fangs, sizers at the front, and or even a snakehead actually. Kind of looks like a snakehead. So this thing looks like it's got some teeth to it. You know, it's hard, it's blocky. It's kind of battle ready. Like it could take some hitting and dish out some decent damage. So that it looks like it would definitely put up a fight. And again, the same thing. It looks like all of these arms kind of move out. Maybe just the lower one on this one, if it does. Very, very nice ship. I like the texture to it. Kind of like almost like a chameleon-esque, right? Because it seems to change as we move around between green and gold. Very nice. And we will take a look at the stats on that. So this is super tidal tropic disintegrator. I guess that's the larger one. Damage and rate of fire increase. And then it has the same roles as the other two ships. Fitting wise, it again it focuses lower slots, so that it's like armor tanking. There are a few mediums and a few highs, but only one turret, so it can only hold the disintegrators, which is very interesting. See how that plays out with the dynamic for how ships move. Well, very interested. So let's try to get into them. So from here, we want to find these filaments. Now these filaments are what it's going to allow us to get in. So first things first, let's do a little bit of a tutorial on exploration. So exploration is a way to find anomalies in the game. Right down at the bottom of your screen, right next to your HUD, there is a small button called Scanners, and if you left click it, move over to the left, you have your probe scanner. Now alternatively, press Alt P, this will open that up. So let's do right now. So there's Alt P. Now I'm in the process of scanning something down. So let's recover the drone, everything. I'm going to close this down and let's open that up again. Take a look. So this is what you'd see as soon as you enter into the probe scanner. Open this up so everyone can see it nice and easy. So you have a layout of your entire system, orbital lines, where everything is. Now you have the scanner on the left-hand side here. So you have cover active probes, you have your probes that are launched. So we don't have any probes launched. Let's just minimize this and launch some. Open that back up. So you can see all these blue bubbles now show up. Now those are the scanning ranges for all of my probes. So I have 8 of them out. They have a scan strength of 70.7. That's pretty good. Scan deviation. So that's anytime it scans something, the deviation of how close that scan could be to anything, to what it actually is. That's what that is. So it's a 0.1 AU. That's not too bad. And it has about an 8-second scan time, so that definitely could be improved. But this is just, you know, right off the hop, basic skills that you get from starting a character. So not too bad. So we already see that we have 2 different types of signatures scan results here. Okay, Shav, look forward to seeing you. So we have the Crumbling Serpent, which is a relic site. Now this, if I'm not mistaken, is like, I must have already scanned that one, because that one is get to it. Normally the only green ones are anomalies. So anomalies spawn in a system. You can actively warp to them immediately. They're usually lower level, but they're open to everyone. You know, everyone can easily get into them. You don't need to scan probes to scan them. You just warp in the system, you right click in space, and you'll have a list of everything there. You can warp to them. Just think of them as like dungeons or caves or anything like that. Then you have signatures, unknown signatures, as opposed to anomaly. Now these signatures, cosmic signatures, will have an ID, so you can keep track of them, their distance from you, and there's the signal. So right now we are at 16.4% signal strength, because I had already tried scanning it down. So initially, when you pop your scan probes out, you can click on the cube there, or drag in a single axis using one of the arrows. That, or I can just kind of move it all over the place with the center cube. So I want to try and scan down this anomaly. So let's just focus on that. So you see, it kind of brought it up there, highlighted it. I'm going to left click on that. Now that centers it on my screen. So now, no matter which way I look, control, you can see two arrows over. I can move them individually or together, and I can also increase or decrease their scanning level. So by using those three things, so moving them all around the map, moving their distance from each other, and then moving their scanning radius, I can locate an object in the system. So let's move this cluster of probes over to our first target. So we want to drop that right about center of our cube. And I want to make sure, right now, if I were to launch them out, that's what they would look like. And this is a spread formation. It means it's covering the most amount of ground. It will tell you where roughly any anomaly is within a decent amount of error. That just kind of gives you a baseline, and it gives you better ideas. So right now, all I know is that this is right here. So I'm going to change it over to pinpoint. Now pinpoint will cluster them over in a GPS style coordinate where you have a circle of probes around the object, one in the center, one above, and one below. And it creates this three-dimensional cone around from every drone to communicate with. And as long as the anomaly is within the center of those, it will try and scan it down. So let's press Analyze and see what happens. So right now they're all moving to it, and you can see the glowing effect. They're starting to scan, and the 8 seconds goes by. Boom, there we go. So we've scanned it enough to be able to determine what it is. Now at 40% here, we've determined that that is a wormhole. So as much as that is very useful and nice, it is not what we want. And hopefully, we can up with where I've kind of. So in our map, we're sitting here in the Galante in the Galante Federation, the 0.5 system. I thought that would be a good idea where we could. So let's just keep bouncing around. I see another dead-end system. Now, dead-end systems are great because there's not a lot of through traffic, which means there are more likely to be higher amounts of anomalies there that aren't scanned. Let's head to this one. I set up a waypoint, and we're just going to bounce between the systems on the way there, and every system we go to, we'll open up the scanner and see what's around. And if we need to, we can always scan one of those things down. Also, again, let me know in chat if the music is too loud or too quiet. Like, I want a nice atmosphere, but I want you guys to be able to understand it, hear what I'm saying as well. So let's warp to the next system, which is here. You know what? I will link my final waypoint. My current destination is Rolure into my fleet chat so that Shav knows where I'm going. We're currently jumping through. Alright, so we're in the next system. Also, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. Looking forward to answering any questions you have about this. Hi, Prophet RHC. Congratulations on joining a member of the Intrepid Elite. Thank you so much. Alright, so let's open up our scanner. So in this system, we already have a wormhole scan down, because I already scanned that down from the last system. This is how I got into the last system. But there is a new signature, so let's try that out. So that signature is right over here, this red guy. So let's launch some drones. some drones. There we go. We'll launch a pinpoint formation. We'll increase in scanning range, and we'll head over to this guy. And we'll analyze that. Hopefully we can get a better idea where that's located and what it is. Okay, so it's a cosmic signature. Still don't really know much about it. So we're going to have to go deeper. We're going to have to get a better scan on this thing. So we're going to decrease our speed, or our range. Right now our probe size is 4 astronomical units, and we'll analyze that. Okay, so it's moved. Gotten better accuracy, and we know that it's moved in this direction, so that's good. That's improving. The sooner we get to a location on it, better. So move over, adjust where we are heading, and like decrease just a little bit and scan again. See how we go. So while we're doing all this, I'm going to open up my skills here. I'll show you guys a bunch of skills that are very good for scanning. So there's the scanning tree in the skills. Got another hit. Let's adjust this. So you have your scanning tree with all your scanning skills in it, and got astrometric acquisition, astrometric range finding, astrometrics, and astrometric pinpointing. Now, all of these things are good for, will increase your ability to scan. Decrease time, decrease deviation, and increase your scan power. Then there's also hacking, which helps with data analyzers, and there is archaeology, which is relic analyzers. Surveying is a whole other thing. If you want to start to survey moons, find better modules on other ships. So that's not so much for this, but all these skills, these are the ones you want to focus on, and also you want to work on cloaking. So that would be, if I'm not mistaken, electronics systems, cloaking. The most anomaly ships for scanning down anomalies will have the ability to hold cloaks, or at least you want them to. So that is a major skill that you'd want to be able to use, but it is not required. So let's try this again. Let's move over. So we are getting closer to this guy. This one's a little bit more difficult to scan. So you know what that means? That it could be something good. The harder it is to scan down, normally means that this is a rarer or just a stronger anomaly. You can get them in tiers, so 1 through 5. Higher number being better. So this is a relic site. Okay, it's a level 3 relic site. Now, we don't need to do this, but let's scan this down just to see what it's all about. And because we have a relic analyzer with us, and we might be able to find something interesting. There. So let's move up, adjust, decrease our scanning radius, and analyze again. So let's take a look down to chat here. Yeah, I don't see many of you guys chatting right now. Oh, Hades. Okay, yeah, definitely your Kerbals will be added if you posted them in the appropriate Discord channel on our Discord. I will be making sure that they all get there. Okay, so we got the Crumbling Serpent relic site. All right, so let's warp to there. Oh, we got a little notification. We have the ancient ruins stand silent and still in the cold vacuum of space. A sober reminder of times long since past. A relic analyzer module will be vital in gaining a deeper understanding of the numerous artifacts located. Finding something else of value. Trouble. Interesting. Oh, Fire King. All right, we got to give a round of applause for Fire King. He's got his girlfriend back. Fantastic. Just make sure you don't lose her this time, right? I mean, girls are very easy to misplace. I recommend either a chain or a strap of some kind to tether her to you. Possibly a GPS tracking. You can get those little tiles. They're like a GPS tracker. You can track them with your phone. Maybe stick that to her so you don't misplace her again. That'd be definitely be a good thing, a good investment on your part, I think. Listening to my soothing voice. Ooh, my, oh my. Well, thank you. I appreciate. I don't know how soothing it is, but we'll go with that. All right, so we've entered in our relic site. So we have a bunch of loot containers. We have 5 of them there, which is really nice. And let's change our overview to see all this. So loot. All right, so we got 5 Serpentis debris, and then there's also what is this in the center here? We have a debris of a broken engine. Staying. Some station batteries. So this used to be a station of some sort, maybe many millennia ago, and now it's nothing but just a hunk of wreck floating in space with some loot to possibly salvage. So let's approach this first debris and check it out. We might be able to find something useful. Right, so we want to activate our relic analyzer. So this is the interface for hacking. Now it doesn't take any kind of time frame. The only things you have to worry about are your virus coherence. So that is how much damage you can take before you fail. And then your virus strength. Strength of your virus, how much damage you deal to defense subroutines and system cores. Oh, hello, Joseph. Glad you can make it. Hope you enjoy this first-hand experience into Abyssal Space. We're doing a little bit of a tutorial ahead of time for scanning, relic hunting, and data, since we need to actually find these filaments to get into Abyssal Space. So that is very important. So, as I was saying, this is the interface, and now you have all of these nodes, and some of them you can see are highlighted. I can highlight a few of these 2 nodes. This is where I start, down here in this bottom left corner. Now, you don't normally always start there. You can start anywhere around the perimeter, but that is, you normally start somewhere, and you have access to a few different routes. Now, these are all, see the lines between them mean these are paths you can take throughout the subroutines. And the further you go, you'll unlock all of these other nodes that are out there. So what you're looking for is the system core. The system core, once defeated, will allow you to break in and retrieve the goodies from this relic or data. So one thing we want to look for are junctions like this. So I don't know if it's hard to see, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all in a circle around a single point. Now that point, more likely, like in that cluster, is more likely to have the your processing core that you want to locate, but there's also going to be defenses around it. So let's take a look. So let's go one over. So now I've unlocked this one. Gave me a 5. Now the 5 has disappeared, so I don't see that anymore. But you got to keep track of that. So the 5 dictates how far you are away from something of interest. So 5 points. So if I click on the next one, it's 5 again. See, I'm still 5 jumps away from something good. So maybe I want to go in the other direction. So there we go. 4, 3, okay, 2. All right, I'm going in a good direction. Now we knew 5 over here as well, and 5 here. I'm thinking we should go up in the left corner. So we're gonna go there. Okay, 1. Boom. There we go. Something of interest. So this is a data cache. So there are archives which contain either a defense or a utility subroutine. but it could also give us something good. So let's hold on to that one for now. We don't want to click it until we are ready in case it is something bad. So moving on. All right, so we're 3 away. Oh, okay, so I got a defensive subroutine. This is just a basic firewall. It won't do anything to me. It just prevents me from going that way. But I have still other avenues to pursue, so I'm going to ignore it for now. So I'm going to head back the other direction. Move along. Okay, so 1. There we go. I found another cache. Now, again, I don't want to click on it yet because I might need it. But again, it could be something bad. So the centers of these 6 circles, really safe. Those are the ones you kind of want to head for. So I'm 1 away. Okay, there was 2. Aha. So there we go. So this is a utility subsystem. This is a repair wrench. You can use it to boost our hacking efforts. Select the utility by left-clicking on it. Now we have 1 of 3 of our slots filled. Once we use them up, it disappears, and we can add another one in there. So this guy gives us increases our virus coherence when used by 7% for 3 turns. So if I left-click it, it'll increase our health for 7 turns. Oh, I didn't even notice there in chat. Hello, Prophet. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy our stream today. So we have this wrench. So that's going to be useful to destroy things. It's because anytime we attack something, see, so we have 50 over 25. That's our health over our damage. The firewall has something similar. So it has 40 health and 20 damage. So it's going to be dealing damage back to us. Now this repair subroutine is going to repair some of our coherence that is damaged. So it's very useful. Yes, and I agree, Gav, we should do a roaming peak at some point. So let's move on. Okay, so here, so we're, again, center piece, it's safe. Now we're 1 away. So let's check there. So we're 2 away. So it's going to be one of these 2 locations that's going to have on it. Oh, not that one. There we go. We got another repair wrench. That's very good. All right. So we got another firewall. Now this one is 3 away. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one's 5. So 3. 1, 2, 3. Aha. So here we go. This is the system core. This is what we're looking for. So now we don't even need to worry about these virus firewalls. We can focus on this core. Now it has 50 health and 10 strength to damage us back with. So let's add our self-repair subroutine. Left click on it, and you noticed it increased our health by 7 points. So now if I left click on this, we've dealt 25 damage, so now there's 25 left, and it's dealt damage to us. But because we had that repair, it's helped us mitigate some of that damage. So we're going to do it again, and now we've successfully hacked this console. We can open it, and we found some conductive polymers. So these are used in creating rigs. Look at this. So these are all the rigs that, which are the implants for ships, that can be created from this polymer. I mean, that's quite a lot. That's a lot of rigs. So each one of these sells for about 8,210 ISK per unit. Then that's on local markets. Or total, we've made about 73,900 ISK, which is not too bad. Not too bad for a single one. Let's go and check out the next one. So again, if any of you have any questions, comments, or suggestions about this stream, feel free, let me know in chat, and I will try my best to accommodate. We are looking to get into Abyssal Deadspace. Check it out. But we do need to find these filaments, so we are looking through these data caches for anything trying to get us one of them. Good night, Fire King. Glad you can make it. Lie safe. All right, so let's check out this next one. So it's the same kind of interface. It's a different layout, and we start over here now. So let's start moving forward. All right, so we're one away. No, no. There we go. So we got repair. All right, we're one away again. Another repair. That's very good. All right, so there's a cache. Don't click on that. Firewall. Moving on. So you can see how quickly I'm moving through this. 4, 3, 2, 2. Okay, no, 1. There we go. System core. So that was very quick. I was able to get through this very, very quickly. And that's useful because the faster you can get through these, like this thing takes up my screen. It's in my way. I can't see my beautiful ship. I mean, not that I'm really my beautiful. Anyways, but the slower I take at hacking, somebody else could be trying to hack it too, and they could be taking my loot. Or I could be in very dangerous space, and I don't want somebody to jump into on me while I'm mindlessly hacking away and blow me up before I even get to my loot. So these are very important things. The faster you can get through them, the more money you're going to make, especially if you want to base it on ISK per hour. Let's quickly hack that and open this up. Let's see. Oh, okay. So we got spatial attunement unit. Very interesting. And 3 other pieces of wreckage for wreck construction. So what does this attunement thing do? It's used in Tech 2 construction. All right, so that makes it pretty valuable. In total, you know what? Not so much. Oh wait, just on its own, it's worth 18,300 ISK. But in total, this entire stack, is worth 3.15 million ISK. That's awesome. So we just hacking one relic console, we've managed to get 3 million, just over 3 million in loot. That's great. So we're making our way. You know, we can sell all this stuff later on too. So let's move on to the next one. So even though I created this character as part of these recurring streams, hello John Doe, glad you can make it. Very much happy to see you here. If you're still interested in joining us on the live stream, by all means jump into voice and we can start enjoying each other's company. I'm sure chat would love to get you guys on here. And yeah, John, you definitely have some of this ISK. As I was saying, so this is actually one of the ways that I make my money on my personal character that I play on Evon. Since I created this character for these recurring streams, this is one of the avenues I use. This is very, very useful to make a lot of money. Let's lock target on this guy here. And hello, how are you? There you go. Say hello again. John, did you mute yourself? I think John has muted himself. I heard a hello, but he is not saying anything anymore. All right, we'll leave him to deal with those issues. Oh, hello. There you are. Hello. How are you?
Yeah.
How are you?
Nope, I'm not. I'm here.
Okay. So I've completely forgot. He's listening to the video and not
Hello.
me in the
There we go.
Discord. Give me a second.
Good. That was weird. Confused about that current situation, but otherwise fine.
Let me just change it to voice activity here on my There. Can you hear me now there, John?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, so mute the stream, and
Okay.
so now we can actually talk and not have a weird delay between each other. So, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm starting up Eve right now, so what have you been up to?
Well, we're just looking to get into this new content on EVE Online, the Abyssal Deadspace.
Oh, good. I have no idea what this is.
So, do you remember what normal Dead Space is like?
No.
Okay,
I
no.
don't play this game that much.
Okay. So, sorry, I completely forgot. All right, so I'll explain it again for anyone new joining the channel, as well as for you. So, regular Dead Space are the actual scientific lore of EVE Online. They're basically raids or instances that you delve into, and you get loot and you get enemies and you make your way out, and all is good with the world. And there is groups or solo. Um, but in these EVE lore, you have space. You move through it through subspace. Uh, you can warp to these pockets of dead space where subspace has broken down. You cannot generate a stable warp field. So there are these acceleration gates, basically a giant magnetic coil that fires you off deep within the dead void and allows you to hop between instances in there. People can't warp into you unless they follow the gates. So it's a very tiered system. And at the end, you can warp out, but you can't warp in. That's the way Dead Space works. Abyssal Space is kind of like the mix between Wormhole Space and Dead Space, where Wormhole Space is, you use a wormhole to get to an entire new area of universe. This is more of like a Dead Space inside of subspace. So you enter through a tear in subspace. You enter into this bubble of its own contained little universe, and but it's only about the size. It's a small little system, and there are multiple of these bubbles kind of tied together, and so that is the new Abyssal Dead Space. They also increased or added in new ships and new enemies within these, plus area of effect weather that affects the space. So it'll be very interesting, very cool. Looking forward to seeing it. But we have to locate these filaments, and that's our way to get into them. They're little keys that allow us to open up rifts into this abyssal space, and they can only be found using from data sites.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, so the data sites are oh, well, are you sure we need a cruiser for even the smallest one? Because I know there's different tiers of the hostilities. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I didn't want to spoil anything for myself. But I know the easiest one might still be easy enough for some decent pilot in a frigate, maybe. Okay, so do I still need to hack this? Yes, I do. So I am hacking away. So again, let's moving through this nice and quick. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Okay, there's repair. Okay, 1. Cache. No. Going. 2, 3. Come back this way. Nope, not through. Nice and quick. Okay, can't go that way anymore. And okay, so I've hit an impasse. I can't go any further. There's firewalls everywhere. I have one data cache. Let's check it out. All right. So it's got me a utility subsystem. Now this utility subsystem, it allows me to called kernel rot, and it halves the coherence of an enemy defense without me having to do anything. So that it'll decrease the health that I have to fight. So I'm thinking it's in this area here. There's a bigger pocket. More likely, there's 2 firewalls in the same area. I'm thinking that that's the direction that we want to go find this core. So I'm going to use one of that kernel root. Took away half the health. Use the repair node. Let's break that apart, and let's get the other one done. All right, so we've got those all gone. So we got a repair node. Nothing. I'm very surprised. All right, so let's keep going. Break this one down. Let's go in here. There we go. System core. Let's snap that, and we have it hacked. Well, that's it. All right, there's not much in there. So, John, what are you planning on bringing to the or with us?
Something not very impressive at all, probably.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be just fine. I mean, we're on a new character ourselves, so it's not like
Okay.
we're that impressive.
You are far away from me.
Yes, yes. Uh, Here, I'll link. Oh yeah, the link that I have in Fleet. Shav, if you don't mind inviting um, John to our fleet, then that way he can help, or he can find us and help scan down these anomalies. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to test that out. That's one thing we can test, whether or not the filaments actually work on other ships smaller than a cruiser. Hopefully it will. If not, then we will have to work on getting a cruiser. I think I have enough ISK. Yep, I have enough ISK. It's just a matter of whether or not my skills are up to par to fly a cruiser. Take a look. Starship Command. I do have the ability to fly an Amara cruiser, so that is okay. Don't know how well, but we can always try that out. So let's move on to the next hacking node. Go through. So John, while I'm doing this last few hacks, tell me a bit about your ship that you're going to be bringing.
Let's just say you should remember it from the first episode.
Oh yeah. That was the destroyer, correct? Or
No, it's the frigate.
oh, that's fine because I'm just running around in a frigate myself.
Okay. I forgot I am trying to get destroyers now.
Okay. Well, Shav can send you a link once you've been invited to the fleet of the type of the kind of ship you to be scan down these data sites with us.
I don't even know how to do that.
Well, it's a great learning experience for everyone. So guys, let's see how well I can teach John to do something new in Eve that he's never done before, just verbally without any real visuals to run off of, other than the stream, of course. So hopefully we can teach something new. So how's the music in game? I know the music. I had to turn the music down just slightly, just because I wanted to make sure that everyone can hear you. But is it still half decent? Can you hear it on my stream?
I have it muted, so I have no clue.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I forgot that I already bought a destroyer. The things you can mess up in this game.
Oh, you have no idea. All right, so we got 695 ISK worth of carbon. Useless, but we'll take it anyways because I'm a hoarder. We're up to 6 million ISK, 6.7 actually to be exact, of all the stuff that we've hacked today. And actually, just before the stream started, I was scanning a few data sites, and I found this blueprint copy, 3 runs for a small ancillary armor repair blueprint. Very useful. I can sell that, or I can make it myself. That's not even if you notice right here, because it's a copy of a blueprint, it's not issued under the same kind of pricing as everything else is. So that is on top of the 6.7 ISK that we have from all this loot. Very nice. Oh, sorry about that. Forgot to turn my phone on silent. Okay, so yeah, nothing really came out of this other than what we wanted. So we have a few more combat sites. They're just the anomalies. We don't need those. So we are actually done in this system. So I've recovered all of our probes, and so now we're going to want to warp to the next system. So let's jump there.
Warp drive active.
Shav, was that you? You were right next to me, and I didn't even see you. See, folks, that's very bad. I could have been destroyed right there and then, and that would have been the end of turn.
Yep.
Yep, Shav could have killed me. Just ruined the day for everyone.
Because I had to pick some things up.
Alright, so we got 2 cosmic signatures in this system. That's very good. Hopefully one of them is a data site. So let's launch our probes and find out. Alright, so I gotta keep remembering to do this. I gotta move out of the jump cloak there, so that I can actually launch these probes, because you can't fire anything while under cloak. So let's check that out. We'll set that to a spread formation. Bring this more over to the center of the system. Actually, we can actually bring this over top of those, since we kind of have an idea of where they are. Now, if you look at them, kind of see that each one has this kind of like hazy sphere around them. Now, one's bigger than the other. The fact that means is that they're giving off different signals. The bigger the sphere, the easier it's going to be for you to scan, which tells me that the one on the left or the right here is more challenging, which therefore means it's going to be more likely to be a higher reward site. So that is very interesting as well. So let's scan. So Shav, since you are here now, I can see you kind of floating there off in the corner. Let's change it over to friendlies. There you go. I can see you now. Very nice Huron. Let's take a look at your Huron there. Look at that. Oh, and you even have a skin for that. That is the one from the Planetary Discovery, if I'm not mistaken. The blue on the orange, very, very nice. Suits Caldari ships very nicely. I have to say, though, Galante ships look like poop with that skin, in my opinion. But it's a very nice skin. Even the Amara ones look pretty bad, and I can show you guys actually what that same skin looks on. The Exoplanet Hunter skin. You get this magnate, which is beautiful with this, like chromy gold trim with the tan on there, and you can get some really nice ones like the Headhunter skull in the front, or the Purity of the Throne, where you make it all white. And then you get the Exoplanet Hunter one, which just turns you into this weird candy, and it's I don't know, not my taste at all. I don't know if I'm sure somebody out there likes that kind of thing, but it makes me want to gag. Very much so. I've never really liked that one. Actually, in fact, pretty much all of these ones I don't like for the magnet. There are only a very select few skins that I enjoy for Amar ships. Magnate does not have any of them, unfortunately. So yes, Shav, if you don't mind, I would recommend you jump to another system close by and start scanning yourself there, since I'll be doing this system. Then that way we can kind of double our efforts up and hopefully find something. Just post the system you're going to in the fleet chat so we don't overlap and I don't go to a system you've already scanned. Joseph May, okay, not a problem. Sorry. Normally we add that link in at the end of chat or the stream, but I will post that in there right now. Just give me 1 second and I will pull up a link. It is Intrepid Dawn. If you go to Intrepid Dawn's main page on YouTube, find the Discord links there, but let's see if I can find a direct link. Look, here on the server. I guess I'll create one. I can create an instant invite, I think. All right, so here we go. Boom. Oh, won't allow me. Okay, hang on. I'm going to have to put brackets dot. Okay, so that is the link. Okay, it's not allowing me to type this out in the chat. Okay. So I will post it in a note on the stream in Eve, and then you guys just copy it down. Just have to find my notepad here. Oh, up. And that way you guys can do that. I can't seem to copy this into chat, and it won't allow me to paste it. It's getting blocked by the spam.
So I have one question.
Okay.
I'm trying to sell something, but yet when I try to increase the price, there's a red there's red lines that show up, and it says I can't sell it.
Give me a second here to get this note up, and I will. So there we go. There's a direct link to our general chat in Intrepid Dawn's official Discord. Unfortunately, that's the best I can do. As I said before, it's not allowing me to paste this in the chat of the stream. It's just messing it all up and kicking me off of it. So I don't want to fight it, mess around with it too much. So I'll just leave that up there in the corner. Anyone who's interested can join it. And in fact, I will even add an extra line here to join us on Discord. There we go. I don't know if you guys can read that well enough, but hopefully you can. And there you go. Okay, so John, you had a question, please. Said question.
Yeah, this is probably really basic for everyone else, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. I'm trying to sell something, and when I increase the price, red lines show up.
Okay. So first off, are you in space or are you docked at a station?
I'm docked at a station.
Okay, because that's the number one issue most people have. Just an FYI for anyone watching, you cannot sell things from space. Because, just like if you were trying to sell anything or like, let's say making a phone number, right, or a phone call, you need a place of origin to sell from. You cannot sell from space since there is no origin of your vessel. You cannot. You're constantly moving. A stable location. Second thing, you have you've opened your inventory.
Yes.
Right-clicked on the item and you go to sell or whatever,
sell.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So what is happening is you have opened up just the sell button, which will find the closest, cheapest option for you, which may not be the cheapest. It will just be like generally the closest, the first thing that pops up on the trade. So if we open up our regional market here and we look, let's say I'm going to buy an afterburner here. Afterburner Mark 1. So I'm fetching all these orders. So we can see here, if we have a bunch of buyers and sellers. So if I was going to sell something, then obviously the buyers here on the bottom is whom would be buying it. If I just right-clicked, went to sell, it would come up with the first one here. It would allow me to sell for 3,059 ISK in Giddo Citadel. And because this guy has set his entire range up as regional, and he's buying 956 of them, 4 jumps away. So that one's green because I'm within the range, and that's the highest price that I'll get for it. if I was trying to sell, say, well, if I was within 5, or if that guy wasn't there, then it would default to the other one, the other green one. And there's at no point would I get the top one there, because that's grayed out. Because I'm not in range. I have to be in the range of the solar system for that guy. Now, if I were to then increase the price, I am saying, no, I am not going to sell it to you for 2009.62 ISK. I'm going to sell it to you for 15,000. Well, that guy's not going to buy it because he's currently offering us 3,059 for it. So then it creates an error. There are no suitable buy offers for said sell. So you can either default to the price that they have set, fly yourself to a location that gives you the option to sell for a higher price off the buy order, or, and alternatively always better to do, create your own sell order. Now this will then put you up into the upper part of the channel, or the window. So right now the minimum price, see, I've sorted these by price. The minimum price that I could sell this for is and be the cheapest option for anyone to buy it would be just under 20,000 ISK, which is still substantially more than the 3,000 the guy's offering. So it is, even if I sold it as the cheapest option on the board, I put up a sell order for 19,000 ISK, and I put it regional, so anyone in the region can buy it from me, then that should be sold first because it's the cheapest, and I'm still making a profit over the buy order. So that is the benefit. Now, the longer I'm willing to wait, I can actually make more money on that. So let's say I want to, like, I know right here, you can look at the jumps, right? So I got 4 jumps, 1 jump, one's in the system, 1 jump, 3 jump, 3 jump, 3 jump, 8 jump. So there's a lot of different places. Like, now let's say instead of on this one, I happen to be like 14 jumps, 12 jumps, 8 jumps, all the way through up until, let's say, the first yellow one here. That happened to be within that one was 1 jump. Well, then all of these other prices are inconsequential because I am closer to this one guy, so I just have to match it close to him, because anyone in the same space as us will instantly want to sell it or buy it from us because we're closer. But in this case, it doesn't, it's not that. But I could also just choose to sell it at, let's say, 20 or 50,000, like this one right here. And eventually, if people buy through them, it'll eventually get to mine. Or if someone's in a rush and they happen to be docked at that station and they want to buy it, they'll buy it right from there. And then you'll make more money. But you have to play a game. It's how much ISK you want to make right now versus how much ISK you want to make in a month, 2 months, a year.
And how? And I'm sorry. And how do you create a sell order then?
So in that, you'd want to if I was, if you right click on the item, it should say sell as opposed to sell. And even if you have the sell order up, and you click on the advanced button, I can't pull this up for everyone to see right now because I am in space. I can't do this in space. But oh, too many words in screen. Okay, I know. Sorry, I will try and slow down. I know I talk really quickly if I'm getting interested in something, so I will try to slow down and explain. Can you guys actually see my mouse on the screen? I'm twirling it around here up on the top. Just say yes in the chat.
Yes, you can.
Yeah? Okay, good, perfect. I'm going to use my mouse as a bit more of a description to highlight things and whatnot. I'll try not to move it around as much, but I will try to slow down and allow people to keep up. So, you know what? That being said, since we are getting asked a specific question here, we'll hold off on this. And I'm going to dock at a station, and we will see this first thing right off the hop. We'll sort out that buy order. So while I'm warping to the station, I'm just going to go grab a drink. Just give me about maybe a minute. Just gotta run upstairs. John, if you want to tell everyone what chip you have, and maybe a bit about your character that you've created, what race, and what your role is and what you do on our Discord while I'm
Oh, I
gone.
just figured it out. Okay.
Docking permission requested. Docking
Yeah, I figured it out, guys. I'm not a complete fool. I guess I'm filling in for Alpaca for a few minutes. And it appears that I can actually use a destroyer now. So that's good. I have a Mar destroyer now. And I'm trying to work on getting my capacitor stable. And I don't play this game that often, so bear with me. Please, that'd be great. Yeah, because I'm gonna be using a oh, where's ship fittings? There we go. This is probably something really stupid, but I'm gonna be using a larger afterburner than I probably should. It's level 10 on a destroyer, so because I want to meet up with Alpaca soon and not waste like 30 minutes trying to get there. So hopefully that will help out. Yes, so let's go to chat. Oh, okay. Yes, what is my name? Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in chat. There, now you should be able to find it. Yeah, this is a relatively new character. I made it when Alpaca started streaming, so and I haven't played this game really since like 2013. So there's a lot of changes and that I'm not used to, and also because I barely played the game at all. So yeah. Okay, so why does this not?
Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker.
Yeah, I try to
Obi-Wan knew this to be
have a
true.
micro auxiliary power core, but that's not helping my capacitor. Oh boy. Yeah, what is terrible about this is that I think we already went over this before, so. Oh boy. Okay, so where's Alpaca now? He is. Oh, he's actually at a station now. Okay. Oh great, so I can't even tell where he is. Okay, thank you, Alpaca. You probably just saved the stream.
I am back. What's up?
Welcome back. You probably saved the stream.
How did I save the stream?
By coming back.
Oh.
I didn't know what to talk about. I'm just trying to figure out how to get my capacitor going.
Not a problem, not a problem. Okay, so I did hear as I was leaving that you've solved your issue, but for the benefit for everyone else, I will answer it unless you did it for me.
No.
No? Okay. All right.
No.
So we have all of these items that we've looted. So let's try to sell one. We'll set up a sell order. So we'll open up our ship's hangar. We'll right click on our ship. Open up cargo hold. And then we have all of our stuff. So let's see. We'll try selling this one skill that I found. It's a hybrid weapon rigging. It allows me to increase the ability and decrease the negative effects of rigs, which are implants for your ship, that are towards the hybrid weapon systems. So things that increase your damage, fire rate, stuff like that. So we'll sell that. So I'm dragging it into the ship's station just so we can physically see it differently. And we're going to right click on it. So we can sell this item right here. And if we do this, you can see right there now this is all red. Why? Well, if I go to the view the market details on that item, see, there are currently no buy orders. So no one wants this because it's a skill. Everyone can either loot it or buy it from an NPC, so no one is actively looking for it. And then there's innately our issue. So when John was increasing the prices, it increased it to the point where there was no one with that offer, so nobody got it. So he couldn't sell it as that. So the way to change this is I can set it as a sell order. So this is something that now other people will see it as a on the list of sellers. So let's look here on the left of the screen. We have all the prices up and down here, following my mouse. The lowest one is 90,000 ISK, 3 jumps away. So if I want this thing to sell, I'm going to have to sell it for cheaper. And now that's if I want it to sell immediately. If I happen to go over to this system, Jun Surate, which is 6 jumps away, I could sell it for 66 or 67 flat thousand ISK, because it's just less than that. And because there's a bit of a different distance compared to the rest of the sell orders here, it would sell sooner. But let's just, for the simple sake of for ease, we'll just leave it at the first one. So that's 90,000 ISK. So we'll put it up for 85,000 ISK. It's cheaper. Somebody might buy it. So we want to change this button here on in this little window here, our sell order. We want to change immediate to a different number. Now, the longer we put it on, or the longer it's going to show up in the cells until it expires, at which point we get the item back if nothing happened, but we lose out on the tax we paid for it. The only problem is the item is then locked in there until it's sold. We can cancel it, but usually I like to go a month or 3. So let's go with a month, make it easy. So we're going to sell it for a month. Now everything stopped going red because we are setting up our own private offer. Now we have a broker's fee that's going to charge us tax for doing this, and a sales tax, which is another tax on top of that, all this lovely tax. So we're not going to be able to make what we price it for. So let's change this up to 85,000 ISK. There's 85,000. We're selling one of them. We don't have any more than that. So if we look, that's 12.9% the regional average, which happens to be at around 97. So we are taking a loss regionally as an average. But I do want that money first or sooner rather than later. It'll be a bit more difficult for us to sell it at that higher price quickly. So we'll take that 12.9% loss. That's okay. But because then we have our tax, we're only going to make about 80,000 ISK, just over. And that's fine as well. So if you look down in the left right here of this window, we have 13 out of 13 remaining market orders. So that is how many I can actually post. Once I've got that, I can't post anymore, which is why you may want them to expire sooner than later, right? You want something to just go up quickly, get as much money from it as you can. It will expire, so you can do another one later on. But I'm not too worried, so we will just post it as is. So I'm going to sell. So I get a little warning. You are about to sell one item. Please confirm you wish to proceed. Yes, I want to proceed. So we'll go okay. So we've deducted the tax. You can see over here on the left that little red tooltip that popped up. That deducted our tax, and now we've lost a bit of money. And our market has updated. So now we have this blue line going across, and that is the current one that we have posted. It's going to expire in 30 days, selling for 85,000, and it's at our current station. So now anyone else going in this area, looking on the market, is going to see ours as the cheapest option, and then they're going to go over and right click on it and go buy. Hopefully. Maybe we'll make some money. So that is how to place a sell order. How to sell your stuff for ISK. I always recommend to use buy orders and sell orders. By doing them automatically, you're going to most likely, because people can scam the system on that. I could do a regional buy order for like just in here. This is 100 MN 1 afterburner. The lowest price I could sell it for if I sold a sell order is 250,000 ISK. But there's a guy buying them at the bottom here for 22,000. Like huge amount of difference. And he has them in the region, high quantity. Anyone trying to sell them instantly is going to sell them. See 22,000 ISK, okay, whatever. But they could have sold it for 250,000, and that guy's going to turn around and sell them for that. Or more. So you always have to watch. Make sure you check the information, because that's where you're going to make or break your money. All right. So hopefully that answers everyone's questions. I'm going to undock and make my way back to scanning those anomalies in the system down, since we kind of got a little distracted there, and that's okay. Cody77. How is that? Was that a little bit better? Is it easier to keep up now? Undock. I didn't even realize my chat box was covering up the chat there. Okay, so check out our scan probes. So I want to reconnect to my lost probes because I left some outside, I think. Did I? No, I didn't. Let's launch. Actually, there's nothing in this system. Somebody else has come in and scanned everything. So we're just going to recover our drones once they're there and move on. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. In the market for anomalies, there's always somebody scanning. So thank you so much there, Shav. Thank you for continuing to track those anomalies down.
So what system are you in?
I am jumping over to Lursout? Sutton?
What? Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, I don't know how better to pronounce that. Names are just so annoying sometimes. I'm jumping over there, but I'm going to be jumping past it because it looks like Shav has already scanned them in that system. So we'll skip this one. And we're heading towards Crowler. I'm just going to have to skip the next one as well because Shav's in there.
Warp drive active.
Well, thank you there, Cam. Eve is definitely not a game for everyone, and I will admit that firsthand. I mean, I've left and come back many times, but the fact that I keep coming back, I think, is a testament to stability of Eve Online and the ability to constantly engage its players. Yeah, it is as much as you hate the different aspects of Eve, is a very, all in all, there's always something to draw you in. But yes, unfortunately, there is always some kind of favoritism towards some things, but you know, that is the nature of any game. You got to take it with what you can. So let's head over to the next system because I think Dave is still in this one, scanning down. Jav, just to confirm, you have not gone to Replil, I think it is. I'll link that. The fleet chat if I can. Just to confirm that you have not gone to that system, so we can start scanning it down. Perfect. So I will start doing that one. So you can jump past me, or done yours. Take a look. We got one cosmic signature and a blue ice belt. So that you can use to actually mine for ice, which is used cool for citadels, which are big player-owned stations, and other things. But yeah, that is very useful. Good way to make money if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But we are not that anomaly. Let's try and scan this down. See what it is. Okay, so from here on to Crowler are all free for me then. Okay, so I'll keep going there if you just want to do the surrounding areas. Hello, Dark Sabrez. Welcome. Hope you are enjoying the stream thus far. Alright, scan that one down. Change this a bit. So see, because that's red sphere is over a certain size, I want to make sure that my probes are larger than that, so that they're constantly looking inward towards that. That will give them the best chance to scan down. So we need to get that there. Go analyze. Well, I don't plan on going to J-Space in this stream, but I commend you on your diligence to defend your space.
Sorry. How do you go to J-Space?
So that is
Probably a loaded question.
if I'm not mistaken, that is a reference to wormhole space. If
Huh.
I think, yeah, J-Space, Jovian space, or is that talking about wormhole space there, or is that are you making a reference to Alliance? I'm sorry, I am not in tune with all you younglings' lingo. I am an old alpaca. Well, see, Cam, it's not about the rules that are skewed. See, it is that there are no rules. And that is one of the glorious things about Eve. But there is always a way to scam a scammer. You just have to be diligent enough and intuitive enough to figure out how. But you know what? If there weren't pirates blowing people up, and there weren't people being destroyed and griefed and all that stuff, then there would be a severe lack of requirements for minerals that those miners are going to be mining for. So you know, it's the organism that is EVE Online. Everyone needs each other. Aha, okay. So yes, it is wormhole space. Those, just if you're watching the stream right now, I've actually just scanned down the entrance to a wormhole. So just doing exactly what we're doing, scanning the systems, that will enter a wormhole. So you know what? Let's scan this one fully down.
Let's go in.
Yeah, let's take a look in there and let's see if
No, wait,
Dark.
wait for me. I want to find you. I
Let's
want to
see.
find you, and we should go in together.
All right, we'll do that, and we'll see if Dark Sabrez is on the other side. We'll taunt him. We'll taunt him. We'll
Oh,
go
I'm
in
gonna
there.
get so blown
We'll
up.
fly around a bit, and then we'll come back out again. Just why not?
I'm gonna get so blown up. Oh, wow.
Yep. See, that's exactly what I was saying there, Dark. Without pirates, then you wouldn't have the demand for the replacement or the need for all that ore. Same for other things. As I said, Eve is a living organism that everyone is helping each other out. The pirates give content to the miners, and the miners give content to the pirates, and it's all a harmonious circle that nobody enjoys and everybody cries about. I'm not defending, I'm justifying. There's a difference. See, now I don't grief. I try not to. But I understand where they're coming from as well. I mean, this is EVE Online. It really doesn't give you any illusions to the fact that you're safe ever, right? You're docked at a station, that is as safe as you're going to be. Anywhere else, you're good as dead. One of my favorite quotes from actually helps this, with the Jem'Hadar from Deep Space Nine and Star Trek. We fight to reclaim our lives, right? We play EVE Online to reclaim our lives, or we are all already dead. As soon as we undock, we're dead. We play to reclaim it. So, you kind of got to just go in expecting to die, and you will have generally a happier experience in Eve. So, John, I am in the Brapelli system. The Brap system. If you want to join me there, we can jump into this wormhole that I just. Well, Mark, I have to disagree with the fact that the Griefed can defend themselves. There are ways to do it. They do not make it optimal, but then that in itself would be a skew in it, not in the opposite direction. Now, true, but it's not. And so you work with what you got. Nope. Move this. Oh. All right, John. So where are you? Are you heading to the system that I said, or? Oh.
Yeah, I'm at the Cameo system.
Okay, well, if you look in the fleet chat, the last one that I posted there, the Breplel, head towards that one.
Yeah, I know. I'm already going there.
Okay, cool. As soon as you get in there, warp to me, and then I'll warp us to the wormhole, and then we can all just jump in, say hello to Dark Sabrez, and then back out. Oh, sorry there. I missed your post there, Risky. No face cam, because that is not me. I am not Tim Katarn. I am the Alpaca. The glorious Alpaca overlord of all. Unfortunately, I do not do FaceTime well. It's just alpacas aren't that good looking. It's the way it is. I've come to terms with it, but now to be completely honest, I am so good looking. I don't want to detract from Tim. If everyone just wants to look at me, then no one will want to look at Tim, and therefore his viewership will go down. I couldn't do that to the guy. It's better that I remain anonymous, as the alpaca. But I am looking to join Tim on one of his FaceTimes streams at some point. Sure. It is the glorious alpaca. You've heard of me. I'm glad. You have. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Are we all here yet? John? Are you still making your way?
Yeah, I think I'm almost there.
All right. Not a problem.
Yeah, I think I'm. Oh boy.
So yeah, by all means, I am not trying to defend or argue against anyone's playstyle in EVE Online. Everyone has a fair share. It is a big universe. I think we can all just learn to get along, or not. I mean, that adds content too. So it is a game. At the end of the day, it is a game, and you gotta enjoy it. Find what you like and enjoy it.
Yeah, it's one of the few games you can actually do pretty much whatever you want.
Exactly. Yep. See, Dark Sabrez has got a good point there. You got to try both sides of the game. Find PvP side very fun, and the industrial side boring. Some people will find it the other way around. Every playstyle is valid, unless it's abusing the bugs of the game. See, I 100% commend you on that one. That is definitely the correct outlook. Oh, I'm sorry, Shav. I'm not trying to run away from you. I just kind of, because I was aimlessly flying in a specific direction. You know what? Let's approach you, and I will increase my micro warp drive, so I will get there faster.
And there are people like me that are just confused but play anyway.
Yeah, I mean it. You know, some games have a learning curve. This game is a learning cliff that kind of tapers back above you, so you kind of have to climb up and then backwards a bit just to be able to get over that lip. But once you get there, you will get there. It is a very enjoyable game, and even on the climb is enjoyable too. Yeah. Hello, Shav. Nice to see you.
So what are you up to, Alpaca? How do you find wormholes?
Okay, so in the it's the exact same thing as we're doing with everything else. You open up your probe scanner, Alt P, and once there, you launch your probes. If you have and you scan down an anomaly, it will be a signature. Anomalies are always warpable. Things like ice belts, um, some specific combat sites are all anomalies, but signatures are you don't know what they are until you scan them down. And once you've done that, they can come up as either like a data site, a relic site, combat site, a mining site of rare ore in a space that doesn't normally give it, or a wormhole into J space. Now, the one thing about wormholes that are interesting is that there are multiple different classes of wormholes. There's C1 through C6. They are interconnected. There are actually like wormhole highways in the game where you you can get. Don't quote me on this. I'm not 100% familiar with wormhole space. I have delved in there now and again, but it is not a place I call home. But there are you enter in through a C1, or I think it's a C1 or like C3 or 4 or something like that. Those like you can get into a few different types, and they're interconnected with themselves, and you kind of like you're falling through a rabbit hole. You're going deeper and deeper in. But I think there's like C4s or C3s, one of those two. They actually are all like almost tied together in a giant chain, and it's like this highway. You can just jump through each one over and over again, and you can kind of find ones. And every wormhole will have stable wormholes to other wormholes, and random wormholes that could pop up at any time. And any system in EVE like that. So you can actually kind of anticipate and plan where it's going to go. and preemptively close wormholes so that you can and disrupt them so that you can prevent people from getting into your wormhole. There's a whole dynamic to the game, just including wormholes, which is fantastic. And I commend people who live there full time. It is not an easy thing to do. Yeah, well, there you go. There you have it with Dark Sabrez. They're very interesting dynamics you got in there. And then even there are wormholes that have certain anomalies to them. So ones that, depending on the type of star at the center of the system, will affect kind of a global buff to your ship. So you can get, ones that decrease your shield strength or increase your shield strength, increase your weapon damage, and so forth, which will make it easier or harder for you in that system. Kind of play to those advantages. Perfect. Thank you. John, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. How about you?
Not too bad. Have you made it to our system yet?
No.
Do you have a waypoint yet?
Yes.
Okay, how many jumps are there left in your waypoint?
3.
Okay, so you're not too far. All right, you're getting there. Oh, hello, Ghoul Master. Glad you can make it. Hope you enjoy.
Hope you enjoy just sitting there. Is that all you're doing right now?
At the moment, because I've already scanned the wormhole down. Now we're still looking for the filaments. Unfortunately, we have yet to get to Abyssal Space. Kept getting sidetracked, but I am determined. It's getting on 10 o'clock almost. Wow. All right, so 2 hours, but that's okay. We will keep going. All of you guys interested in continuing watching, please stay, join, interact in the chat. Let's get going. Let's make this really fun for everyone involved. And also ask questions, please. If you have anything you want to know about EVE Online, let me know. I will give you the best information I can. If I don't know it, I will tell you. Because that's the kind of guy I am. Risky, I've been playing this game since beta, and I don't even understand this game sometimes. It is a very difficult game, and it's a very easy game. It's just depending on where you are and what you're doing, it can be very, very, but it is a very unique game. There is none like it. That's what makes it so enjoyable. I know people complain that it's spreadsheet online, but it is what it is. I enjoy the spreadsheets. Math for the win. You can learn how to do your taxes. Get that much going for you. So. Yep, that is a very good analogy there, Dark. Dark said that it's like slamming face first into a wall, full speed, because the other side of the wall looks fun and interesting. And every time you hit it, you just kind of open the crack just a little bit, and eventually you'll get through the fun and interesting stuff. But it's painful for the entire time.
Smashing your head against a wall.
Yeah.
But sooner or later it'll come down.
Exactly.
Yes. Depends if you'll be sane afterwards.
Hmm. Well,
I already lost that years ago, so.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I had to be sane to begin with, or to lose sanity.
Yes. Sanity is a concept I would never understand.
Yeah. So while we're waiting on John, you know what? Let's give another look at
You
the.
just go. It's fine.
No, it's okay. It's okay. While we're looking, we'll take a look at the new ships. Pull up the new ships that they've released for this new expansion. The Triglavian Collective, new enemy within Abyssal Space. We got 3 new playable ships: the Damavik frigate, the Vedmak cruiser, and the Leshak battleship. So let's take a look at the visuals on. So here is the frigate. Really nice looking. You it has like 3 prongs on there. You know what? Looking back at these, it almost looks like a dog or a jackal, or it has a snout at the front, the jaw at the bottom, and it has these like talon fangs kind of thing right at the tips of each one. It really looks like it's got some bite to it. It looks dangerous. Don't want to mess around with it. So very interesting. Adds a whole new dynamic to the game for a completely different type of weaponry that doesn't use the same kind of fall off and tracking that the normal weapons do. And it constantly ramps up into higher damage than any other weapon. Oh, hello, Mason. So the Stellaris game that was supposed to be happening tonight. Now, Tim Katarn has been very diligently working on his season 3, I believe, of his single player playthrough, the thematic playthrough of Stellaris, and he has been so exhausted that he had to sleep. So he requested for me to do a stream tonight in his stead, and therefore we are here with the Alpaca, playing EVE Online, checking out the new content that has arose in EVE Online. But we will be continuing the stream tomorrow, regular time for the streams. Hopefully, Facebook Empire, not saying, because that is me, does pretty well. I know Tim's kind of a little cocky about winning on that one, but
Oh yeah.
but I think I might give him a run for his money at least. So we'll see. Support
With
your
my
local
help, at least.
Alpaca.
With my
Yeah,
help.
exactly. And then also you can join me again on Saturday. Saturday mornings with the Alpaca, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We Kerbal stream every weekend. And if you're interested, you can even join us on the Discord, and I'll pull that link right back up on the screen there because I noticed it was missing. On our Discord, you can join our Kerbal not application page, where you can apply to have a Kerbal created in the game by your request for you. So you choose the name, the attributes, and I'll make it in, put it in there, and then we can do missions with those people. It's a career save, so we're constantly getting better, constantly looking around for science and all that stuff, unlocking parts as we go. The Alpaca Space Agency, and also you can also post your own missions. There's a mission posting page just below the Kerbal application, mission submissions, I think, something like that. And there you can post a mission for us to do. So we can whatever you want to do, and we'll vote for it, and we'll choose the ones that we can actually do. We'll try to get to them all, not all in one stream, but we'll go and we'll work through them, and make it a very interesting and community-centric game. So check that out this Saturday coming up, 10 a.m. Eastern. Alpaca, that is me, yours truly. So yeah. And so this is the frigate. We'll move on from there. So we have the next one is the Vedmak cruiser. Hello. I think I just saw you bump into me. So that cruiser looks pretty sleek too. Same kind of design, kind of like a jackal or something, or a claw. Or, I don't know, I'm thinking like a dog or some kind of demon. It's got the 3 arms, 3 appendages. Very, very unique style ship. Same kind of bonuses as the other ones. And then quickly the battleship again, very nice and thick, beefy looking. It looks like it's got a whole lot of power to it. Very interested to see what these things do. So let's close those down now that everyone's here. Oh, and we got a destroyer. Nice, very nice ship there. Gone. All right, so let's warp to that wormhole quickly. And so I can warp all. Well, actually, Shav is going to have to, I think, or at least make me the fleet boss. as I can't warp anyone if I'm not the fleet. So Chev, if you just want to open up the fleet window and drag me into the fleet commander slot, or make me the boss commander, so that way I can warp
You're
everyone.
not the boss.
I am not the boss. I know. Okay, well, so while Shav is doing that, Mason, let's see. So you have what's my plan for defeating Intrepid? You give me my word. You won't tell him. But let's see.
I'll probably watch a stream.
I know he will watch the stream. I think he's watching, or he's asleep, but it's playing in the background, so he's probably absorbing all this in his mind.
Yes.
Let's see. So my plan is to allow my stations to defeat his main fleet and keep him at bay while I build up my fleets to circumvent his defenses. Now he's going to be fighting a war on multiple fronts with the help of John and a few others. So we will be he'll have to divide his fleet. I too have just unlocked Titans and Leviathans and whatnot, so I will be comparable to him very shortly. My economy is really strong.
Alpaca, you're the boss.
I am the boss. Yay, I am the boss. Alright, so let's warp to this wormhole. I hope that answered your question there, Mason. It does. I do, actually. I do pre-recorded videos of Mass Effect. There's only one out so far. But you can check it. Just check out the Intrepid Dawn's main page and check out all the videos. There is one there. We will be doing more. Today was supposed to be it, but I got a little behind on my recordings and I wasn't able to do it. But I'll be trying to do it more next week. Let's see here. So we're gonna warp the group, which okay, I may be the boss, but I can't f everyone around yet. So let me just move. Put me there.
So you're not the true
There
boss.
No, now I am the true boss. There we go. Okay. Warp the fleet 2-0 at the wormhole.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Alright. Is there a way for me to come back to this later on?
Like, come back to what? Where?
The wormhole.
Yeah, just right click on the wormhole and save location as, and that will put a little pin in your people and places tab. So Alt E will open that up.
Well, where's the wormhole?
Well, we are warping to it. That lovely
Oh, there we go.
sphere right in front of us. Look at that. Now that is a beautiful wormhole. So just to give you guys a little bit of an interest, unlike in Star Trek where they have that almost like a wormhole that looks like it's like a funnel tunneling into space, in reality, if a real wormhole were to exist, it would be a wormhole that transcends all three dimensions, right? Because there would be no physical up, down, left, right, unlike in Star Trek where they really have all the planes where everything's at the same kind of level. It's one of my irks, but it's useful for the storytelling. A true wormhole in real life, if theoretically, would be a sphere, because that is what a circle or a hole looks like, 3 dimensions, right? Very interesting. So yes, we are right outside of it, and to get into it, you approach it, you right click, and jump. So now we just gotta wait until we can get the ability to jump into it. Enter wormhole. There we go. And entering. If you go through this wormhole, you may end up in far reaches of space where Concord will not be able to help you. Well, let's do it.
I'm terrified right now. Okay, so what do we do?
Well, we are now on the other side. First thing you want to do when you're entering a wormhole is right-click on that wormhole and save location. Because if you ever have to warp away from this location, you will be able to get back home, find your way out. So we're going to pull up the probe scanner. You can see there's tons of anomalies in here. Absolutely tons. So we
Is it
could.
Alt P?
Sorry.
What was it? How do you do that?
Yeah, Alt P. That pulls up your probe scanner window.
Okay.
Indeed,
Well,
you're
I
right
don't have any
there.
probes, so.
Well, I'm not too worried there, Dark. We'll all die before we worry about that. I mean, we're all in Tech 1 frigates, and we can easily get replaced. I'm not too worried about that. But yes, you definitely want to always have D-scan up as well. Now, D-scan is your directional scanner, and you can see that just kind of highlighted up there on the window, that cone. And as I turn the camera of my ship around my ship, so does that cone move. And basically, I'm doing like a directional scan in that cone's arc. And that will tell me if there's anything in that direction that I need to worry about. Now, if there is somebody here in wormhole space, there's something to worry about. So I'm not even going to bother looking because I won't have the chance to defend myself, even if I tried. It is just the way it is. But yeah, so this is wormhole space. There's a bunch of anomalies. Those are all the green ones. I didn't have to scan those down. So we got like average frontier despot. We have uncommon core deposit. What else do we have? Perimeter checkpoints. So these will contain very valuable stuff, but most likely will have drifter technology and ships inside. Those are the rogue AI drones from ancient times that are floating around. We still don't know really where they come from and who controls them. Very interesting.
I control them.
You control them. John controls them. We
Yes.
just answered the question of Eve. There we go.
Definitely.
And then on top of that, we also have all of these signatures. Now, those are the red ones that do not know what they're doing, and we can't warp there. So what we want to do is we want to be able to scan them down. Now, we don't want to spend too much time in here since, one, we could probably all die, and two, we are looking to get into abysmal space, not into wormhole space. This was a nice little tutorial of how to get to wormhole space, but I think we might depart back into regular space. Close that down, and we just want to approach back to the wormhole.
Oh, I kind of want to claim it
Yeah.
somehow.
Well, I can tell you right now, based on my D-scan, you open up D-scan and you just shoot off in a general direction, or change your angle to 360 so it's all around you. We go scan. I'm seeing a whole whack of player-owned stations, control towers in here, so this is already a claimed system.
I have no clue. I don't see anything.
So if you open up your Control P and then press Alt P and Alt D, and on the bottom where it says directional scanner, right at the bottom you'll see angle. I want to change that angle to 360 degrees and your range to the highest it can go, which is about 14.3 AU astronomically units for those scientifically inclined. Then left click on scan. That will give you a huge list of all the different things in the system that we've now detected within our range. Amar control towers, Caldari control towers are all there. Looks like Shav's scanner probes are there, as well as a Galante one, and a Heron, so I'm guessing that's Shav there. So yeah, we have a bunch of people around. Well, maybe not necessarily people, but definitely could be somebody else. So yes, as I was saying, let's jump back out. I don't feel like dying today. It was a nice little adventure, but we do want to get into abysmal space. That is what the stream's about. So let's just keep trying to find one of those. Worst case, we might just have to go and buy one off of the market. It might be a little expensive, but it is what it is. So we are back in high security space. At least I am. I don't know about everyone else, but let's take a look in this system, see what we got. So we have that one unstable wormhole, but we also have a new cosmic signature, so we can scan for that. Let's drop those probes and go.
Okay.
What's up?
It appears I'm stuck here for 2 minutes, or 3 minutes.
Why, did you jump through and then jump through again?
Yep.
Yeah, so there is a timer. So you cannot jump through wormholes multiple times without a delay. That will increase your ability to hop back and forth. I'm sure there's some kind of scientific reason for it, but there's far more intelligent people than I can explain that. All you need to know is that hopping back and forth between wormholes will cause a delay. You will not be able to do it multiple times. Doing so is actually another way to collapse said wormhole. Aha, it has been polarized, meaning that every particle in the wormhole is now facing the same direction, the direction that you, and they're all looking at you, judging you. That's why they're not letting you through.
Exactly. Don't worry, guys, do that enough anyway.
Mason, yes, I saw that message there, back up there. EVE Online, surprisingly, has one of the lowest requirements of any game of this caliber. I've played it on crappy old laptops to burnt out old PCs to supercomputers, and it's worked flawlessly on all of them. Great thing about space is that textures don't necessarily have to be very detailed as long as the physical location in the camera is zoomed out enough. And one way you can kind of see that is like you have our ship, right? Our ship looks really nice. Well, we have our skybox. That's about it. We have, a few anomalies or things floating around, and we have our ship. But other than that, there's really not much going on, right? It's not that processor heavy, even though it looks like it should be. And on top of that, if I zoom in on my ship, you can start to see the texturization as I get closer and closer to it, where all the sharp edges are. Now, if we had to play really up close like this all the time, then yeah, it would look a little dull. But the fact that we're zoomed out a little bit, it looks so much crisper, cleaner, nicer. You have that. But yes, Mason, so you can play it, you should be able to play it on just about anything. Let's see, so what else? Sasha, hello, welcome to the channel, thank you for hosting. Yes, definitely. A bomber would have been lovely, but we are going to continue to look for our way into Abyssal space. Indeed, Mason, you never want to assume, as an assumption makes an ass out of you and me, right? No one's gonna laugh at that one? Okay, well, that's alright.
Nope.
Well then.
That's only me in here, so no. I will not give you the satisfaction.
Well, I've been told, folks. I've been told. All right, so let's get back on track. I'm getting too distracted here. Go back to scanning this wormhole. I'm really glad Shav is here, and I'm glad that you're here because watching my stream.
Probes.
Oh, you have no
Well,
probes.
I can't watch a stream and play the game at the same time. I have one monitor.
Well,
Unless you want me to buy it. Unless you want to buy a monitor for me.
oh no, I need a second monitor myself. I have to have this window minimized slightly off to the side and have all my other recording and streaming software all up in my other corner of my screen. Thank the heavens that I have a huge ultra-wide monitor where I can put a game window at 1080p 1980 by or 1920 by 1080 in one corner of my screen and still have room for other things. No, Mason, it's all right. The game looks really good, so it is very you'd think that it would be really highly intensive, but it surprisingly it's not. Really nice. Okay, so this is actually a unique thing. We haven't seen this yet. But what's this showing is that we have these two red dots. That is where our anomaly is, right? So we originally thought it was somewhere around me. And it's showing that it could be in one of these two locations. So we're getting like this recording echo on it. We don't have enough of our probes within range of either one of those locations to get a clear reading on whether or not it's over here or over here. We just know that it's in one of those two places. So I am going to think of this logically, I'm thinking that it's going to be closer over to here, over to the left. So let's go over, check it out, because anomalies always spawn within about 4 AU of a celestial body. There's a few over here. There's nothing out there. I'm going to very much doubt that anything's over there. So we're going to analyze again. All right, so Sasha put it on. Yep, there we go. Sasha wins. That bet was the top one. You can see it moved back. So we're gonna, just like me, I thought it was gonna be over there. So awesome, very good. We'll cycle in, kind of get a better scan on this guy, and I can also decrease my range now. I know that it's gonna be over there somewhere. Get a better resolution. So the smaller range that you have for scanning, the more powerful your scanner probes will be, right? Because they're not trying to put all their energy in scanning in all directions. You see, what I do is I normally look for the one that's closest to like about 4 AU away from a celestial object. It's all anemones. All anomalies will spawn within 4 AU of a celestial object, give or take. Okay, so we've lost it. We're right back down to 0, even though we've scanned it there. So we are seeing it, but we're not. We're not in range. So let's pull our probes back out a little bit. Increase to 4 AU, and let's analyze again. Let's try to reestablish where this thing is. Shav, and you're more than welcome to keep on going, checking other systems out, unless you've already scanned this one down and found out where it is. But yeah, if you just want to keep on looking away, I much appreciate that. Really want to try and get that filament in tonight, so we can at least get a check in. Even if I blow up the second we get there, at least that's a sense of accomplishment.
A sense of pride of accomplishment. Okay.
Well, exactly, right? We set out a goal to get into abyssal space. I didn't say how I got there. You know, 1,000 pieces of dust and debris is still getting there, in my opinion. So,
Okay.
no. And if I have to, I'll take all of you with me. You know, it's just the way
Great.
it's just the way it goes. Luckily for you, though, Abyssal Space is a single-player adventure. Now, there is a way for all other players to kind of get in on the action. When you open a trait or open a filament to get into the dead space, Abyssal's dead space, you leave behind this trace, which can be scanned down by players, combat probes, which act the same way as what we're doing. Okay. Good luck and fly safe. So when this happens, if you manage to complete this Abyssal Deadspace pocket and make your way back out, you're going to reappear back in the location where you originated from. And if another player was just so happened to be sitting there waiting for you to come back, they could have a trap set up for you where they could kill you and all of the loot just worked so dang hard to try and get. So that is another avenue of gameplay you can. Now I apologize very much for how long it's taking me to scan this thing down. This is definitely a difficult signature, which means that it's going to be a higher level one, which is fantastic. I mean, it's good for us, but it is because my skills are just so low right now. Being a new player, a new character, at least, they takes a while to try and scan these things down when they're harder. But I would suspect that this is probably like a level 2 or so, a level 3 or a level 4 anomaly signature. We'll see though. Okay, so it is a data site. Fantastic. And it's a level 3, just like I thought. So we can actually, this is exactly what we're looking for. So let's get this thing scanned down quickly. Hopefully we can get there before anyone else does. and nab the loot and possibly a filament for our own. Congratulations, Mason. I very much recommend you watch after this stream. You watch the first few streams that I did of EVE Online. They are live streams. They are a gameplay tutorial. It kind of walks you through the beginning of the game. The tutorial, like I expect you to do the tutorial, but then after that, it kind of gives you a walkthrough of where to go, what to do, a few basic things to look for, you know. And if you ever have any questions whatsoever about EVE Online, please feel free to ask through the EVE Online channel on our Discord. I'm always happy to ask or to answer questions. And there you have it. See, Dark is willing to come and blow us up, so there's that too. All right, so we managed to scan down this data site. So let's warp both of myself and John there, so he can see what we're.
Oh, Tim's up.
Warp drive active.
Ooh, hello, Tim. Morning or night.
Okay, we have to stop our plots.
All right, so a myriad of technological marvels inhabit this area of space. The physical guts of the powerful and well-protected computerized network. A data analyzer module will be invaluable in uncovering secrets that are likely hidden here, locked away inside data vaults and heavily encrypted digital networks. All right, this is what we are looking for. So we got, immediately upon looking, so we got this weird asteroid cluster thing. It looks like maybe an old mining station. Very interesting. Abandoned, and we got these technological marvels. Let's see if we can look at one of them. Look at that. That's pretty cool looking. Shh, Mason. No. You're not supposed to mention anything. No plots. No plots.
Mason.
So yeah, we have these lovely things, and they're going to contain all of our goodies inside. Now, right off the top, on our overview, you see we have Serpentis Info Shard. 1, 2, 3 of them. Then we have a Serpentis Comm Tower. That one's different. Different is usually good in this case. That one, I would put money on. It's going to have the higher quality of. And we'll test that out. We'll scan them all down, get all the loot out, and we'll see which one's better. But if I was in a rush and I was in low sec and I knew somebody was hunting me, I'd go for that one and I'd get out. This is the one that's most likely going to have the interesting stuff. We're going to start hacking this thing. This is going to be a lot more difficult because it's a higher level. Hopefully we can get through this one. Work our way through, like we talked about earlier. Going through, keeping a track of all those numbers, making sure we head in a direction. Oh, okay, so I've just locked myself out. So I'm going to have to fight one of these two firewalls here. So let's fight this one. It looked like we were getting close to something. See, got that one. It means I'm one jump away from something good. All right, so there is something right there in the center. I'm gonna have to kill this guy. Aha! There's the probe or the there is the system core. So let's attack this. Attack successful. Let's loot. Okay, so we got some data cores, plasma physics. These are used to upgrade in any kind of industry, so crafting and whatnot. That's very useful. And then we have some symmetry decryptors. Those are also items that if we look at the info on here, this gives us for researching blueprints and whatnot. We get increase of modifiers for run modifier, material efficiency. This is very useful to anyone looking to research blueprints. And we're going to loot all that into our nice little group. So that was about 700,000 ISK worth of loot.
I'll be right back.
All right, John. Risky. Why? No, shh. You're not supposed to say that. Oh wait, no, I know. Hang on. Tim, you are still sleeping. Disregard, it's all a dream. Alright, so let's hack this next one. Going through, again, we're looking at these numbers. These numbers are going to tell us if we're close to something good. So there's 2. Okay, we're not really making any progress. So there's 1. There we go, we found something good, a repair. Keep on going. Okay, we got a firewall. Let's move on. Check a different avenue. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. There's our system core. So see how I went through the centers of these circles? Clusters of multiple ones. The centers are usually going to be safe. The perimeters are where you're going to get a lot of the firewalls. So let's break this guy down and hack successful. Fantastic. So we got a hybrid weapon skill book and a young Zheng nano fabric unit. So that is used in building stuff. About 65,000 ISK. That's not too bad. Not as good as the 700,000 ISK that we got from the other one. So we've already proved that that tower is better than at least 1 shard. Let's check out the other one. Exactly. Let my sensual, soothing voice lull you back to sleep. Exactly. There you go. I've accidentally put John to sleep.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Not a problem.
Mhm.
You know, all alpacas
Okay.
are renowned with amazing voices. It's just the way it is. Okay, let's try this other one out. Let's see this one out. We got 3, 2. Okay, we got a firewall. We're trapped, so we're gonna have to fight this one to get out. All right, so we got a data stash. We got a kernel rot, which is very useful, but we need to find a repair to repair some of this health that we lost from that last firewall. Damn, another firewall. We're not doing too well on this one. Oh, there we go. Repair. All right, perfect. So let's repair ourselves. Let's keep looking. And there's the system core. Perfect. Couldn't have gone better. All right, so we got a data core. Mechanical engineering, very useful. Another some secondhand parts, and a system symmetry decryptor again. This is worth about 500,000, so still less than that shard. I mean, or that tower. I would have missed out on it if I had only gone for that one. But I still have been true to my word that that one comm tower is going to have the best loot of everything. If I had limited time, that would be the one to go to. Night and Day movie. Have you ever seen the Night and Day movie? I don't recognize, unless you're just trying to describe it, I don't recognize that as a specific time. I mean, just to give you an idea of how old I am, I do remember the movie with Harrison Ford and, oh, I can't remember her name, 60 or was it 7 days, 6 days, 7 nights, where they and Ross from Friends was in there, and they crash land on a desert island, and they don't like each other, but eventually Harrison Ford's rugged good looks and charm kind of break at each other, and then they get jiggy with it, fall in love and all that lovely stuff. But you know, that's an older movie. Tell from my ancient knowledge of that. All right, so we're going through this. We got that. We got this. Not doing too well. I should be centers here, but I wasn't thinking. Another firewall. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Find that core somewhere around here. Oh my goodness, I'm just not doing well on this. All right, so we got a few options. Probably break up this one over here. There it is. And got it hacked successful again. Fantastic. So, ooh, yes! A filament. We have done it. Ladies and gentlemen, your waiting has finally paid off. have found a calm electrical filament. This is our ticket into abyssal space, or abyssal space. So we will use this. So Shav, if you're listening, head back to the Brapelli system. We'll figure out what we're going to do from here and what we're going to find on the inside. But getting back to what we were saying, this entire loot minus that filament is worth about 459,000 ISK. So still a lot, but still less than that Serpentis comm tower. So if you had a limited time to do the site, that comm tower, like the one that's different, set apart from all the rest, that's the one you want to go for. Thank you, Sasha. Appreciate it. I'm very excited. This is going to be my personal first time in here. So this is what I've been waiting for all day. Very excited about this. So I've looted it. I think we're going to go back to the station, or to a station. So I'll warp the fleet to a station. We'll dock up. We'll examine our spoils, drop off all the excess loot, check out this filament, see if it gives us any information on what we should expect there.
Okay.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
That's my first time in going to space. I haven't actually seen this shipyards.
Ah. Yep, so each of the stations there's many different variations of stations based on the different, their different stylizations of tires. Very nice stuff. Alright, so let's open our cargo up, we'll stack everything, make sure everything's done. Awesome, Mason. Congratulations. I wish you the best, EVE Online. Again, join our Discord, join our EVE Online channel. Ask any questions you need. I'm usually on at any point, so feel free to message me. And check out those other streams too. They'll definitely help out. But take it slow and don't get discouraged. It's a steep learning curve. It's going to take a while to get your bearings, but once you do, you'll enjoy it. I guarantee it. Ooh, okay. My favorite sci-fi series. I'm going to have to answer this one. Let's see. I am a science fiction fan. I enjoy science fiction across the board. I am not going to be like, I like Star Trek, therefore I can't like Star Wars. I've never been about that. Sci-fi is sci-fi is sci-fi. I can geek out about everything. Fair enough. There's always going to be a special place in my heart for Star Trek, just because that's what I grew up with. My dad and I used to watch it all the time together when I was growing up. So Star Trek has always been a huge part of my life. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I would say that is the most a part of me. Trying to think. Okay, let me ask you a question back. Now you said sci-fi series. I'm guessing this would be like a TV show of like a serial episode show as opposed to say a sci-fi movie. Just to clarify. And while you're answering back on that, Sasha, I have yet to figure out what ship I'm going to bring into the Abyssal Deadspace. I want to find out what this filament is going to tell me about it before I make any decisions. Let's take a look while I'm waiting on Risky to answer my question back. Let's show info. Ooh, lots of info. Good, good, good. All right, let's read this together. Get my best voice on. The Abyssal Filament will pull a Tech 1 or Tech 2 cruiser into a pocket of Abyssal Deadspace with relatively calm environment. And disrupted by massive electrical storm that will reduce EM resistance but enhance ship capacitor recharging. Okay. Warning. Abyssal Deadspace is particularly harsh and unforgiving environment. Entanglement of the warp core with a space-time filament introduces severe deformations of the ship's warp field that cumulatively increase over time. After 20 minutes, catastrophic collapse of the warp field is predicted, with destruction of the ship and capsule certain. Ooh, dangerous. A device of Trogalian design that functions as one end of an energetically inert filament of space-time connected to a specific pocket of abyssal dead space. When activated by a ship equipped with a warp core that has been correct mass energy parameters, filament becomes a conduit that will draw the activating vessel along and into the dead space pocket. The mass energy exchange involved leaves a highly energetic trace that the ship's origin point and space-time filament remains entangled with the warp core of the ship that uses it. Trogalian transfer conduits will permit each or such a ship to progress through the dead space pocket, but an origin conduit will return the ship to its starting location in normal space. Very interesting. What do you think about that, John?
Am I going to be able to come with you, or is it just you? Because you
It's-
only have that.
It is just me. It's going to be a single thing.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I mean, I would love to bring you guys with me, but unfortunately, it is just a single thing. So it is going to be up to my wits and my wits alone. I mean, obviously, with the rest of you guys listening in and watching, to help me manage my way through this. So, take a side off point there. Rizky, sorry, my question, or I had a question for you there. Are you talking about a TV series or a movie? Because for me, that's very different. I have favorites for both. So let me know what you're describing there, and I'll give you my best answer. So basically, what I've taken from this is that I can use a Tech 1 or Tech 2 cruiser, which is very important. So Shav was right. It's a relatively calm environment. So there's really not a lot going on. I'm not going to be getting a lot of danger, at least as much. It reduces EM resistance, but enhances ship capacitor recharging. So this one is perfect for an Amarian design, because not only does the Amar design favor capacitors, but Amars use armor as their main source of defense. EM resistance being the highest on armor, because EM doesn't really do much to physical armor. So it reducing that is going to be very minimal to my overall defense. So I'm liking that very much. So I have to manage. I have 20 minutes to get in and get out, or I die. So this is very useful. So we are going to have to build a ship that has a decent stats, favors that the fact that I'm going to be getting more capacitor recharge rate, but worry about the fact that it's going to reduce our EM resistance. So let's take a look at the ship tree, and while I'm loading that up, let's take a look at chat for a second. Okay, so Risky says TV series. So my favorite TV series, sci-fi. There are so many. Honestly, right now, I like so many for so many different reasons. Like Star Trek has the hopeful youth of humanity, right? It's where we want to be, whether or not we can or ever achieve that. It has that aspect that you want to strive for, the betterment of mankind. Very noble thing. I love Stargate for the truthfulness to humanity. How we're so power hungry, and how we're very it's all based out of the U.S. military, so that's hilarious in that, right? But there's other things like you know what I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but there's definitely I wasn't too or wasn't put off by the new Lost in Space series. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that one. Obviously, there's not really been any Star Wars series except for the animated ones, but I will use that as a secondary category. I'm trying to think here. You know what? I am going to go back to past. Quantum Leap was probably one of my favorites. Not only do you have the Star Trek captain, not only do you have the Star Trek captain Archer, Scott Bakula, but you have all the hilarious adventures of jumping through different times in history of different being different people. It was one of the true first sci-fi shows. It was a running series, and it had lots of them. Great show. Um, yeah, I would say that. You know what? Yeah, Quantum Leap.
Yeah, that is really good.
Yeah, I mean that, and another little offshot of that is like Sliders, um, where there's a bunch of scientists that they slide through all the different parallel universes, all trying to find their way back home. It was an interesting one. Um, and even the original Twilight Zone was so yeah. I mean, again, that all of those answers probably age me quite a bit in everyone's eyes.
So are you almost ready to get going on your solo trip?
Yes, I know. I'm all right. I know. There's so much distractions. I'm just chatting too much. All right, so let's see. So we're in the Amar tree. We have all of these cruisers to pick from. I don't want to buy a navy, but if I lose this, I only have so much ISK to work. So we have the Mauler, we have the Omen, and we have the Arbitrator. Those are the three ships that I'm going to be able to choose from because the last one has roles for Agoror. Agoror is mainly for remote armor repair, so that's useless for me. So let's take a look at the traits here. So we have warp disruptor effectiveness, or sorry, weapon disruptor effectiveness, and drones. I don't have very many good drone skills right now, so that's going to knock that guy out of the running. So we have the Omen and the Mauler. Omen has better rate of fire and energy turret activation cost, but the Mauler has better resistances all around. Yeah, you know what? See, the Tim is saying the Arbiter. You know what? Personally, I don't mind the look, but I'm not huge by it. Like, take a look at that. Like, it's all right. It's kind of sleek. I think it looks like a pair of pants, but that's just me. Um, but it's not gonna work to us. So let's take a look at the other two. So we have the Omen. I think looks pretty sweet. Now it's got this. It's like it's a little hunched over thing. It kind of mean looking. But I think what we're gonna go for is the Mauler. It has that extra defense. Look at that. That's a nice looking ship. Personally, I think. And we'll use that. Let's just take a look at these attributes here. So as you can see right now, the highest armor hit point resistance is EM, just like I was saying. So that's very useful. Um, and then we have the so let's see fittings there. We got 5 top slots or high slots for both, 3 for the medium slots for each, and 6 for the lows. So they're on par. You know what? I'm just gonna go with the Mauler. It's just I think that's what we go for. Better defenses is just generally what we want. Oh, you want the Omen?
I always like the Omen.
All right. You know what? Fine. Everyone. All right, everyone. Well, let's go with the Omen.
Everyone.
All right, Omen it is. So let's check out the market, see what we can buy around here. So we got 4 jumps away into Dixie. Got 9 million ISK. Oh my goodness, so expensive. I'm gonna have to take money out of the corporation wallet, which sucks. But, or I can buy it with the corporation. Buy this. Use corporation wallet. Yeah, it's expensive, but it is what it is. I don't want to jump 14 jumps for that. So, bye. All right. We're going to set our location to that, set destination. Now, Dixie is a good trade port, so it's 4 jumps away. We'll head there now. And while we're on our way, we will sort out our physical build for it. And since I'm headed there, let's bring this filament with us so we don't have to come all the way back. Undock. All right, Dark, if you want to, you're probably not in game right now, but if you want to maybe give some suggestions in chat as I go through our build, then yeah, just let me know what you think would be the best options for us. Start warping our way there. So let's pull up that ship window. Where is the here it is. Okay, so requirements. I have all the requirements for it, so that's good. So fitting. Let's set this up for simulate ship. So this is a nice little simulation that allows us to kind of figure out what we want to do. Now, the main thing right now, Dark, that is Tim Katarn. I'll type that in chat. There you go. Feel free to mail all the way. I look like the Emperor in my image. There. That's me. Tending to be Tim, but not actually Tim. The better version of Tim, I guess. So let's warp to the next system. So our Omen, we want weapons. So first things first, let's go to our turrets. Energy turrets. We have either pulse or beam. Now one's close range, one's far range. Now the thing about the Triglavians is that they
Sorry, I have to cut you off here, but this is very important.
Oh, okay.
Is there a way to change what your character looks like?
Yes, there is. You can change what your character looks like after you've already created your character.
Okay, because you need to change your goatee and make it blue.
Yes, I do have to do that, don't I? Oh my goodness,
Yes,
I do. All right.
So I guess I had to point that out for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. This is why we have John here to make us aware of all these. So, golden brick. All right, so that's the Mauler. There's the Omen. Okay, so we got the Omen. So let's take a look. So let's simulate this ship. Boom. All right, so this is a pretty good fit. We got heat sinks, which increase our damage to our turrets. We have steel plates, which increase our armor amount. This is all passive. So passive means there's no physical way to repair our ship once it's been damaged. All passive. Damage control unit and adaptive membrane increases the resistances. We have an afterburner, a capacitor battery, and a warp scrambler, and a bunch of beam. Actually, these are all pulse weapons, so these are close range. So I'm thinking that actually this fit, other than the armor, is not going to work for us because we don't need the battery, and we don't want to be close range, strictly because those entropic disintegrators ramp up damage based on their like constantly. As soon as they start hitting you, they will continually increase damage until they max out 150% of damage. We want to dictate range. That's their problem. They don't have fall off. Once you get out of their range, they stop. They have to recycle. So we want to constantly dip in and out. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to get rid of this afterburner. Get all the mid slots out. We want a micro warp drive. So we want a 50 meganewton. So that will what we got, and we want probably a compact one. That one will allow us to get in and out quickly. Gives us 1,000 meters per second navigation. Not too bad. All right. Yes, you're right, John. Before the stream ends, we'll end with me modifying our character to have a blue goatee, just like Tim Katarn. So we have that micro warp drive there. So now we'll hold off on the other two medium slots because I'm not sure quite what we want to do for that yet. For low slots, we want to make sure we actually can fit this ship. Right now, I can't. So let's get rid of these drones because those are causing a lot of those skills to add up. So we have hull upgrades 5, weapon upgrades 4. That's what I need for all of this stuff. So I'm gonna have to take all these out and put it up to a leveled 1, Tech 1 stuff. Variations, heat sink 1. Pop 3 of those in there because I like those. I want that extra bit of damage. Let's get rid of these steel plates and change that out with a Tech 1 rolled tungsten compact. That will decrease the amount of space that I require for it. We take a look at the skills. So we're still looking for hull upgrades. We gotta remove this adaptive nanomembrane and put in a Tech 1 version of that. So this one increases resistances across the board. And damage control, Tech 2. So again, we need that Tech is into a Tech 1. So move that. Put the damage control Tech 1 in there. And there we go. Now we have the skills to fit everything on this ship. Not that there's much on it at the moment. Continuing on. So we have these 3 rigs. Let's see. We have a current router, which increases our power grid output. We can disable that because we don't really need it right yet. Power grid? Yeah. We don't really need that right at the moment. And we got an armor pump 1, which that gives us more hit points. And we have explosive pump 1 that gives us more explosive resistance. So we're looking not too bad across the board on there. No chasser, not yet, because I might put one on. I think I will, because I do want to be able to repair. There's multiple different areas. We're just kind of taking this original fit from Dark and start going through. Ah, perfect, David. Well, I fixed it, so we are good. So we have everything that is still warping to that station. So let's get a repairer on there, armor repairer. Now we want a medium for our ship, medium hull. Now let's take a look at our ancillary. Now ancillaries are generally will repair more, but you have to use paste. A little bit expensive, but as long as I can use it, it might be better. Let's get rid of, plop that down. Just see how it goes. We also need to worry about our weapons too, because our power grid's starting to get a little used up there. So let's take a look at our turrets. Now I want to dictate range. It means I want to be far away. I want to make sure that I can dictate when and where these guys show up on. Let's get our medium weapons. So we have 3 here: focused heavy beam, quad light beam. So the focused medium is your mid-range. It's not too big, it's not too small. Mid weapon. Go until we get them all up there. All right, so our power grid is not big enough. Maybe we kind of needed that rig there. Let's go back down to the rigs. We go to our engineer, and we'll put that ancillary router back in and see if that fixes our issue. Oh, that's small. So, all right, almost. It's almost there. I might have to decrease the size of this rolled tungsten plate to a 1600 to 800 is the next one, just to give me that extra little bit. Or maybe I'll put another one of those. Armor pump. I don't want to keep that there. Explosive to keep that there. Well, I think so far we're not too bad. We got packed. Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna have to remove that plate. Let's just take a look what we got in line for those plates. So hull plates, or sorry, armor plates. So we got 1600. The next lower one is 800. So we'll remove that. And we'll add in a rolled tungsten plate. So there we go. We've got enough room to fit it all. So we're pretty good on there. So now you probably want to add in just a battery for our mid slot. We can actually highlight our mid slot here. Find all of the modules that will fit those mid slots. So engineering equipment, capacitor batteries, those are going to be the best suited for what we need. Plot one in there. So it increases it from 30 seconds to 45 seconds. That's not a huge amount. So maybe we can fit a large. Doubt it. No, we can't. Then we also have rechargers. What did this filament say? Let's just double check here. Cargo. Drop that there. Let's take a look at the filament. So it enhances ship capacitor recharging. So we already have good capacitor recharging. So that battery does that, and we do let's put 2 of them on. See how that goes. I don't have enough CPU for that now. Okay, what else can we do? We got sensor boosters. We don't really need that. Electronic warfare. Warp disruptors, stasis webifiers, grapplers. I'm not seeing anything that's really going to be useful for us. I mean, going in blind, right? We want to be able to give an idea across the board of what we're going for. Engineering, there. Need anything from mid slots there. Afterburner scanning. You can do a tracking computer. Tracking computer will go with compact one. Will allow us to track better, especially if they get close for some reason. That will enable us to do that. That's an option. Not really anything else to really put in the mid slots. Maybe you know what? We should go with a sensor booster, just in case. The last thing I want to do is show up there and not be able to either target or have the proper range. So that's better. Okay, so I think this fit is not too shabby. Webs are nice, but I am trying to keep distance here. I'm not going to survive very long if I stay right up on top of them, due to those entropic disintegrators. John, these aren't actually mine. All of this stuff is just simulated. So you can do this with any ship in the game. They're simulated hulls. All you have to do that is right-click on your ship and go to Simulate My Ship, or just if you open up your fitting window, there's a little button at the top that says Simulate. Right now it says Exit Simulation. So we're in a simulation of this ship, and I'm putting on all these things just to test it out. And you can see I've activated them. After they're green or showing, they're giving me the sense that they're online. So I can see a real-time adjustment of how everything's being affected. That is true, Dark, but we don't know how many are going to be coming at us, whether or not they're going to be faster than us or slower than us to begin with. I think that sensor booster is going to give us better defense against them possibly not allowing us to target them. Like the last thing I want to do is get up and close. That is my big thing right here. So I think this is not too bad, unless anyone else in the chat has any other suggestions. I'm going to start buying this stuff. So I will, while I'm waiting on you guys to answer that, to save this, save as, okay. Yeah, okay, so it's saved. I can close this down, and I'm going to actually... Why don't I have... Did I not buy my ship? Let's take a look. I did. Where did it... All right. Well, I am currently looking for our ship that I just bought, which. Am I not in the right station? That's very weird. Oh, you have it now, eh? Oh, I remember now. Okay, so this would be in the corp deliveries. Oh, phew. Open corporate deliveries. There's my omen. Perfect. Okay, solved that issue. Really had a heart attack there. Yeah, I should go to the nearest lost and found. That's exactly where I found it. All right, so let's assemble this ship. So it's Tim Katarn's Omen. That's the name. We're gonna have to change that name. What do you think, John? Anyone else in chat or John? What do you think about ship? What do you guys?
Well, I always go by this one ship name, so so whatever you want to do is fine.
Okay. All right, well then, guys, in chat, give me some suggestions for names on this,
Ooh,
and
I got
also
one.
let me know if you guys have any suggestions on that fit that I was up. I think it's well rounded and cheap enough that will be able to do. Okay, so John, go ahead. What is your suggestion? You said you have one.
No, I was talking about something with my ship. Never mind.
Oh. All right, so buy that micro warp drive. We're gonna get that no matter what. We're gonna buy these turrets as well. Market details, station. Buy. Yeah, I have 5 of them, 6 of them, 5 of them. Okay, so 5 of these on. Name it the Hammerhead. All right. Hammerhead. We got the Ibis. Anyone else have any suggestions?
Like it.
So I am just quickly buying all the stuff up at this specific station because I don't want to have to fly around and grab all this stuff. Get this out quicker. Yes, just buying everything. Let's see. Details. Buy. Actually, you know what? If I have the ability to take a look, if we go to equipment and we go to hull and armor, resistance plating. Hardeners. There we go. Reactive armor hardeners. So this little thing, if I have the skill for it, and I do, fantastic. All right, this is what we're going to do. Because a reactive hardener works the same as a hardener. So you got, wow, my mouth just decided to stop working there. So you have your active and your passive resistances, tanks for your ships. Active being physically have to do something with, passive just being time. So you have your own, your repairing units, your active hardeners, which increase the resistance by using capacitor. Those are all active ones. This one is one of those, but it detects what the incoming damage is, and then it spreads 60% resistance over the 4 damage types as required. So this will be the best, actually, instead of that energized adaptive, to give us the best defense that we need to whatever their damage incoming is. Alright, so then we're going to buy 2 of these guys. But don't forget their dark. Even though Amar ships are bad with capacitor, this Abyssal Deadspace increases our recharge rate. So we are going to be going in there better equipped than what we see here. That is very useful for us. So I'm just ripping through quickly, buying all this stuff up at our stations. Okay, I don't have enough for this explosive rig, so we're gonna hold off. Oh wait, no, I could probably buy that from the. I can buy this from the Corp wallet, I believe. I have enough in there. Yep. All right.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm dead.
You're dead?
I'm dead.
What happened?
I don't want to say.
You heard it here. I did warn him though. Did warn him.
Yep.
Okay, I think we've got just about everything except for this ancillary. So buy that. How much money do we have left? Not a lot, but we do have enough to get the remaining little pieces. So I do need nanite repair paste. I'm gonna buy some of this. I'm gonna put in, let's see, 1,000? Maybe? Ooh, that's way too much. Put 200. Forgot how expensive that stuff is. How much do I need for my ancillary? Got attributes. We go to charges per cycle capacity. 0.320. So that's the one that. How much is the paste? How much space does the paste take up? 0.01. So 320 units. Well, I don't have enough, so I'm gonna put 100. Actually, you know what? Forget the paste. I'm gonna have to buy the other kind of armor repair because that is not gonna work. Check out the regional market. Back down to the armor repairers. Where is that? I know I'm just kind of quickly rambling and going through here, but I'm trying to get this done as quickly as possible, just to, get everyone in so they can see this new place. I'm really excited. Let's see. There's that. Let's remove this one. Everything fits still? Yes, it does. Okay, so that's good. Let's just put that there. I think I have everything bought. Alright, so let's close that. We'll open up our fitting window. Start slapping it all on. The only thing left that I need is ammo for my weapons. And then maybe a script, which is a modular thing that kind of, you know what? No, I'm not even going to bother getting the script. Wow, folks, check that out. I managed to get 0.0 out of 1200 power grid. Exactly. That's awesome. Well, I will show you. Actually, do I have the cinematic pan on here? Let's see here. General settings. Where do I get that? I know it used to be on there, but display and graphics, maybe? I don't know where that's actually gone to. If you could tell me where it's gone to in the settings, then I will turn that on. But I can slowly pan this around. Look at all those edges, those curves. Look how thick that rear end is. Very nice, very nice. Does this do it for you, Joby, Juan, Kenobi? You like that? I like that. All right. take a look at the fitting again. I think we got everything. We just need the ammo. So let's go to show info, used with, and that gives us a list of all the different ammo types. So we have 5 turrets. I'm just going to go through and buy 5 of each. And we have everything that we need going in. Because the last thing I want to do is find out that they're doing it one way and I don't have that way. Okay, I cannot get microwave because there's not enough in the area. Can that go there? Let's see. 5. So many different ammo, but buy this with the corp wallet now. Out of ammo or money, but that's all right. We'll make money back again. Win this, maybe get money from this. Shall see. All right. Ooh. There we go. All right. All right, let's see. Let's check out chat again quickly. Okay, see if anyone's asked any questions. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss any of you guys in there. By the way, Joby Wand, thank you for being here. I didn't see you in chat earlier, so welcome. Hashtag Mimitar for life. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I prefer my ships not held together with popcorn, with bubblegum and duct tape. But that's just me.
You about to say popcorn. That is great. I would love to see that, actually.
I was about to say popcorn.
Yes. Well, my popcorn is not cold.
Ooh. Okay,
But I
drones.
still am alive,
drones.
so I'm happy.
The last thing
My
we will
capsules.
buy are some drones. Oh, let's see. We need. Where can we? Drones. Where do they go? There they are. Combat drones, light scout drones. We'll get hobgoblins, because why not? Get 5 of those, or sorry, 4, because I can get. Oh yeah, we'll do 5 of those. We'll do 5 alpaca lights. Because why not? And then we'll throw these guys into the drone bay. Okay, so I only got, you know what? Do hobgoblins all the way. We'll do 2 alpaca lights. 3. Alright, so there's all of our drones. I think we're ready. Whew, I'm a little nervous, actually, guys. I am nervous. I don't know how we're going to do this, whether or not we're going to survive. You know, it's a little terrifying. This is the first time I've ever been to see what's going on in the game, so I can concentrate. If I happen to go silent, I apologize. I'm going to try to stay talkative as much as possible, but I might just freak out and freak out and just kind of lose my cool and be quiet. Let's just set up the ship here. Let's check out what our abilities are. We have standard, so multi-frequency is the closest we get. So that's down to 9,000 meters for optimal range. Let's change that out to radio. That gives us our maximum range. Our maximum range is 30 kilometers. Very nice. Not huge, but it is something. So we'll try our best to try to stay out of range. So it is what it is, right? All right. So I've warped us to a planet. we will activate this calm electrical filament. Here we go, boys. You guys ready? John, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
All right. That's the kind of stuff that you want to hear. Yes. Oh, perfect timing. Remember, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And now to watch me die. Horrible, horrible death. Hopefully not. Use calm electrical filament. Okay, let's go. The Abyssal Filament will put a cruiser-sized spaceship into a pocket of Abyssal Deadspace. Once the pocket is cleared, the ship will return to its starting location in normal space. The pocket is classified as a Tier 1 with a relatively calm environment. The environment is dispersed by massive electrical storms that will reduce EM resistance but enhance ship capacitor recharging. You will have 20 minutes before the warp field collapses and destroys our ship and capsule. Activate. Jumping. Ooh. Oh, this is looking good already. Right.
Don't die.
And we're in. All right, let's take a look. What we got on the sensors? I don't see anything yet. It is cool though. All right, so the gate's ahead of us. So we're gonna head towards the gate, approach the gate. Let's get our scan. All right, I'm getting attacked, I think, by something. Oh no, I know what it is. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I don't have load defaults. Shit, all. There we go. I didn't have my scanners calibrated to watch these things. All right, so let's turn around quick. Let's put this down to standard. Let's see what the range is. 19 km. These guys are right on top of me. So let's go to micro frequency. Increase our micro warp drive to get away from these guys and start firing. We're gonna need to start firing now. Launch our drones too. Hobgoblins, launch, fire. Start repairing. Alright, so we got minus 50% capacitor recharge bonus, and we get minus 30% EM. So let's take a look how the stats are going while we're going. So simulate the ship in real time. Not really showing us. It is what it is. Let's increase our resistances. Decrease the repairing. Oh shoot, gotta get away from the wall here. I forgot, this is a limited space. We can only go so far, or we have to turn. So keep forgetting to shoot our weapons too. Let's decrease the micro warp drive. Now that we're allowing everything to tail us. I know, there we go. I'm getting all over the place here. So let's keep on firing these guys. What are these guys even looking like? Let's look at them. Okay, they just look like regular drones right now, so maybe they are. Maybe we haven't even gotten into the good stuff yet. So let's keep going. Where are my drones? Did I even launch them yet, or did they just destroy them all? Yeah, all of our drones are just being attacked and destroyed. I think there's something's happening that we're getting damage in space. So these guys are blowing up too. Our drones are they're almost all dead. That is, if I'm not mistaken, like a sensor array of some sort, but yeah, okay, so I'm not seeing anything. We got a short range deviant suppressor. All right, let's go towards the that gate there. We only have so much time. Decrease that sensor and increase our repair our hull a bit. So our resistances are all being put to EM. That tells me that that's what they're kind of doing, EM damage. So I've increased my hull. My EM is awesome right now. It's up to 77%. Very happy with that. So let's just keep going. We'll try to get to this gate. Not seeing anything else. Look at this station here. So that's the station. Look at that. Interesting. Short range deviant automated suppressor. So that does. Let's show info. It will target all drones, missiles, and rogue drone filaments within its range of fire. Okay, so that's why our drones died. So stay away from those, but bring rogue drones in towards it. That's good. Take a look at the next thing in here. So this is the bioadaptive cache. Oh, okay, okay. We want to get there. To get there, find out. I think this is what we. These structures can commonly found through. Often contain bioadaptive multiplasmids. This is the stuff that we want to loot. Got to get there quick. Lock target. And should blow that up. I will use the gate. I just want to blow this up. So, oh, there we go. Look at us go. Boom. It is blown up. So let's quickly loot this. And then we'll use this gate and get out of here. We want all this loot. This is the point. We need the money. Money, money, money. Alright, so we got another calm filament. Sweet, so we can do this again. Let's see. Okay, we're down to 15 minutes. So I've got 1/3 of it down, only a quarter of the time used. So I think we're going pretty well. Just got to keep that pace up. Activate the second gate. I have to say these gates look really nice, and even the atmosphere. Like, look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful scenery right there. Oh, I'm gonna have to come back and take some screenshots. Exactly. Money, money, money. All right, so we jump through. Oh, look at that. So another transfer conduit up ahead of us. Look at that giant thing. Okay, so we got more frigates. More frigates. They're all far away. So let's change over to radios and start firing off. Turn around, fly away from them. Okay, so they're getting close, so we're gonna have to use multi-frequency. So they are really fast. So yeah, pulse weapons probably would have been better than us. I mean, go figure, right? You go and choose something thinking of one thing, and then it just completely messes it up. So we want to head towards this like anomaly. Maybe we get some capacitor going here. Turn back on our stuff. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. We're not being able to attack these things. Let's launch these drones. Launch our drones. We can only have 3 at a time. So hopefully they're going to help out. We're going to change this back down to standard, I think. 13 km range. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more damage. Let's get those. I know I am not firing. Signature radius penalty. Oh, that's a bioluminescent. Gotta keep on the top of this. You guys are like right on my butt. I really should have used a different weapon. You live and learn, right? This is just the way it is.
You gonna get out of this soon?
Trying.
The capacitor is empty.
Trying here.
The capacitor is empty.
Okay, I gotta turn off my turrets for a second so I can repair, because they are eating through my hull. Very nicely. We don't need the sensor range because obviously they're right on top of us. Let's keep these drones firing at them. Let's target that bioluminescence thing. Or bioadaptive cache, I guess. Come on. To repair. There we go. Keep these guys going. Keep these guys going.
The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty.
Alright, note to self. We need more capacitor.
The capacitor is
We need better drones and pulse weapons, because these guys are like right on us. We're not nearly fast enough to.
the capacitor is
All right, I'm just gonna put my well, no, I don't want to put stuff on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm dying here. Oh my goodness.
Should I bring out my trumpet?
Don't. Not yet.
I don't actually have a trumpet.
The capacitor is empty.
I have a saxophone.
The capacitor is empty.
No, no, no. It's not that I need Minotaur ships. What I need is closer weapons. Closer range weapons.
The capacitor is empty.
Oh my goodness.
The capacitor is empty.
Well, I'm into hull, and my turrets aren't designed for this kind of close fight combat. I'm dying right here. That's just the way it is. My poor drone. I don't know what the heck it's doing. It's not doing anything really.
The capacitor is
Ah,
the capacitor
this is actually just
empty.
painful. Split this up. Come on. Keep one firing. Keep one doing that. Let's try to get this one dead too.
Oh my gosh.
And here we go. Kill report. And I'm down to my pod. Alright. There goes my ship. And I died. Oh.
Oh, I should have. Oh.
Well, we are back in a station in my original station from starting. Unfortunately, that did not go as well as we hoped. No, we were not equipped for what it was, but now we have a better idea of how these Dead Space or Abyssal Deadspace play out. So we know for next time. But I think that will be the end of the stream tonight. It's been going on for what, 3 hours, 3.5 hours now. My God, my voice or my throat is so dry right now.
Yep.
Yeah, so thank you guys all so much for keeping up with this. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Make sure to check back tomorrow. We're going to be doing this stream with Tim for the Stellaris game that we're all playing. Try to finish that up. Hopefully,
Probably that's the last.
Facebook. Yeah, hopefully Facebook can and then be sure to check back in at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday for another Saturday mornings with the Alpaca. That is me. And see you all in the verse.